Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream today. It's the 22nd of March 2021, 2 minutes past 5 in the afternoon here in the UK, and we're back inside the excellent iniBuilds Beluga. I've been wanting to do a second stream after we managed to do a stream on the day of the release as well. It's been around a couple of weeks or so, and I've got an absolute corker of a flight for you today. Today we are replicating an exact sector flown in the Beluga, which initially would have started in Bremen. They went from Bremen to Iceland to Greenland to Canada. They then stopped off here in Cleveland, Ohio, and we're now going to do the last sector, which was flown in 2006 from Cleveland, Ohio to the NASA Shuttle Landing facility at the Kennedy Space Center. Flight time around 2 hours. We've got the exact module already on board the aircraft for the sake of realism. I've already simulated the boarding. 2 hours or so flight time, and an awesome RNAV approach to try in the iniBuilds A300 Beluga later on. Thank you very much to Adam Bailey, who's just joined us. Member, welcome aboard, buddy. I'm so glad you've enjoyed the content. We've only just started, so thank you very much for your membership. You'll get invited to our members-only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat as well. Fantastic news. I've got Ortho 4XP downloaded for the entire sector. The weather forecast is absolutely fantastic. Really nice here, leaving Ohio. It's going to be clear skies as we continue southbound. I'll be testing my US knowledge today. I think we're flying through North and South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. We've got lovely Orbex scenery for the approach into the shuttle landing facility at NASA Kennedy Center. It was quite foggy this morning. It is burning off quite nicely though. At the moment in Kennedy, it's 10 statute miles scattered at 2,000, because the approach I'm planning today is going to take us right over the Kennedy Space Center. We'll be able to see all the rockets on the launch pad. Really, really, really cool. Listen, beware, RNAVs are special in this plane. Well, I've been practicing. I've been using vertical speed, which works quite nicely, and using the lateral mode. It's the only way of doing it, really. Can't do it in profile. So yes, it worked out okay. We'll discuss it in brief all later, but it's quite a busy approach for sure. Here she is anyway. Massive thank you again to Javelin, who's absolutely knocked it out of the park with another wonderful livery for the Alpaca Airways fleet. This is our new subsidiary, Alpaca Skylink. We've been on the phone to Airbus. There's only one Airbus we like here at Alpaca Airways. It's the A300. We've ordered 20, let's say, Belugas based off the old A300. So Alpaca Skylink, look at the reg B-Luga. I think that's registered in the Isle of Man as well. We'll try and save some money on some taxes. It's really, really nice. And the creator, Jamlin, who's one of my members, look who he's put on the engine there. He's got his dog, Waffle. I just love that little touch on the turbo fan there. But yes, completely cold and dark. The only thing I did before the stream for a little bit of continuity is I've already loaded the Columbus laboratory, which was actually carried from Bremen to the NASA Space Landing Facility, then put on a space shuttle back in 2006. So yes, it would have already been put on at this stage. So I've already loaded it prior to the stream for a little bit of continuity, and we're just going to carry on from the setup from here. It's just so cool to think that this flight was a real flight flown in the Beluga. How many years ago was that now? My goodness, 15 years ago now. Time, I don't know what's happening to time there. Awesome, so we'll jump into the cockpit here. Yeah, this was a bit of abrupt stop the music there. This is the Cleveland default scenery. It doesn't have much love. There's only a few stands you can park on here, unfortunately, in Cleveland. I found one here on a cargo ramp, but the airport we're flying to later, the NASA Shuttle Landing facility, again, it's default, but Orbex, obviously, have gone to a lot of detail putting all the 3D elements there, so it looks really, really cool. Right, so let's start doing the setup. I've been practicing. So this setup's very similar to the default iniBuilds A300, the standard A300. There's a few changes, mostly associated with loading, but I've already pre-fueled the aircraft. I've already got the space station part in the aircraft. We're going to carry on with the preliminary cockpit preparation at this stage here. So let's go to external power. Chocks are in place. We've already got the aircraft fueled up, so we won't put the fuel truck. We can now put the battery on. 1, 2, 3 batteries, external power can now connect to the aircraft. Verify the wiper switches are off, gear lever is down with 3 green lights. There we are, 1, 2, 3. We'll do the APU fire test to start the APU later on. I forgot how loud this aircraft is. There we are. turn that down here, looking good. I completely forgot to say hello to guys in chat as well. I always try to say hello to a few there, so sorry about that, guys. Loads of members in. Nathan Novak, John Padfield with the guitar emojis as well. John Padfield, it's the real NASA tonight. The Welsh NASA will be disappointed. Yes, our inaugural stream where we took this very space station part to Harden. I do remember. Brilliant there. Lauren Fives here. Accidentally put my phone into airplane mode, tried to bring up the stream. What did I think it was going to do? Turn into a Beluga? Well, it might help if you don't turn airplane mode on, but if your phone did turn into a Beluga, I'd be very concerned. Simply Bob's here, hope you're doing well. Showmoke, a large Beluga needs a large handkerchief. Okay. Okay. Saw Adam Bailey joining as a member. Awesome. So during the setup, guys, I'll try and look at as much of the chat as possible, but the flight time of about 2 hours will have a lot more capacity to answer any questions there. We'll carry on with the setup at this stage. Cool. So battery, GPUs on the bus, IRS mode selectors. 1, 2, 3 to nav. I forgot my overlay there, so it's quite difficult for you guys to see. We got the oxygen low pressure supply switch on. Inertial system display is set to present position, which it is. Oxygen low pressure we've done. Annunciator test. Hopefully none of that today. There we are. Just make sure the lights are illuminated and you get the associated annunciations and oral warnings. That's looking good. We are on VATSIM. I don't expect to be any ATC at the moment right now in Cleveland. What would it be? 5 hours behind, so it would be 8 minutes past 12 on a Monday, so we might get some ATC later into Kennedy, but the approach I want to fly is a procedural approach anyway, so I might pop off online, and even if it there is ATC, I'll be requesting the procedural approach anyway. Cool, so the radios are on. We'll now do the flight deck preparation. So we'll go to the MC status page. So that is under reference. Excuse me, center state. No, not center status, sorry. Reference. Aircraft status, that's what I wanted. To make sure we've got the latest AIRAC, we do March the 25th, it's when it expires, so that is looking good. The beauty of the iniBuilds A300 Beluga, they have now the ability to fetch your SimBrief flight plan. So there's my SimBrief username, request company route. It should do it instantly, I think. Go to flight plan. Now, why has that not worked? You know what I'm going to say next to you guys. Worked on the test sector. Now, why is that not working now? Unbelievable. I've got no words. Let me go to the init page. Oh. There we are. It just took a second. Well, on the test sector, it was instant, but it is now up and running here. So, it takes all the information you need here. So, we go to init, company route uplink, Doug. Fantastic. So, there's our routing from Cleveland to the shuttle landing facility in Kennedy. Latitude, longitude at the moment. Cost index, it doesn't matter in the Beluga because there's no profile mode. It'll change the speeds, but remember the FMS is nicked out of an A310. It isn't actually accurate, but we're going to be cruising at flight level 300. That's our call sign, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. And alternate I won't put in unless we have to divert. We'll align the IRS and the rest of the information is in. I'm going to now go to the flight plan page here. We'll select now our SID. So right now in Cleveland, runway 24 right is closed, so it'll be 24 left for departure. It's going to be a Kids 1 SID and then a NUSM transition. I'll insert that, make sure there's no discontinuities. That looks good. And then here is the shuttle landing facility. There are arrivals here, so it's going to be RNAV 33, a BIV 07, an India transition. However, I know it sounds strange. I'm going to be oh, you have to press insert because it's an Airbus, don't you? Damn Airbus. Insert. There we are. So, what I'm going to do is modify this slightly because the arrival, we'll discuss it all later as well, but at this stage I just want to make some modifications. I'm just going to skip India. It's a transition, but I'm going to go direct from Bivo to Comet. I love it. Look at the waypoints, what they're called. Comet, moons, orbit, space. It's so cool. I love that. And then we're going to delete the India waypoint, which is here. So clear India. Get rid of that discontinuity. So that's looking better. Now, why has that not gotten rid of India, I wonder? I thought it said India had gone. I'll delete it again. Missile, that's the missed approach. Biffo, Moons. I've accidentally put the deleted the waypoint here, guys. Excuse me. So flight plan, just reinsert it here. Start on F33 via the transition India, Biffo 7, insert. Let's check this again. Must have accidentally deleted the wrong one, I think. Biffo, India, Comet. I want to go from Biffo to Comet, so just delete India, then clear. That's better. Biffo, Comet, Moons, and then the RNAV arrival to runway 33. Perfect. So the FMS is loaded laterally. We'll do the performance shortly as well. Let's have a look here on chat. See, sounds like Elon Musk made the SID. It's really cool. The US has a lot of cool waypoint names as Javier's. Yeah, they usually name them underneath something before. I mean, this SID's pretty cool. A kid's departure. That sounds wicked. Andrew said the Americans grab the coolest waypoint names. Absolutely. What else do we have here? What is the cruise wind, says Andre Moray. Let's have a look for you, sir. The average wind, which is the one we're interested in, is 305 at 31, so not much of a headwind or a tailwind there, so very, very cool. Oh, Jamlin, I think it takes 10 seconds or so simulating the data transfer. Maybe it's because I did it quite quickly. I mean, earlier on it was instant, so could be the reason. Cool. I keep mixing up the line select keys in this MCDU when the 737 muscle memory kicks in. You think you're struggling, Listerman? I was looking for like the departure arrivals page a second ago. It's amazing how you're hardwired in doing things in a certain way, and then you go and do it elsewhere. Andrew Harmer, what is your Cleveland scenery? It's default scenery, unfortunately. I'm afraid. Cool, so we've done the lateral routing. Let's do the performance at this stage, and then we're going to crack on with the whole setup with the FMS loaded. So load sheet. You can see I've already said the space station's loaded. That gives us 0 fuel weight of 108.2, 24.6 tons of fuel, so I've taken an extra 30 minutes. You can see this thing burns 6 tons an hour, so 3 tons would be 30 minutes, so 21.6. I've just called for 24.6 on the fuel, and you can see there's that figure there, 24.6. I've already loaded it. We'll send that to the takeoff performance calculator. We're in Cleveland, expecting runway 24 left for departure. And we can fetch the ATIS. For some reason it didn't pick up the temperature earlier. I had to put it in manually. It's 18 degrees at the moment if it doesn't work. No, can't read outside air temperature. So 18 degrees. QNH is 1023, which is 3022 in the US. So we're going to set 3022. 3022, that's fine. And we'll try 15.0 air conditioning on flex temperature. Let's compute that. Cool. So again, it always takes 60 degrees as like the lightest, the least amount of thrust we can take for departure. So V-speeds, we're going to send that data to both the FMS and the card. They can differ, but if you send it to the FMS, they'll match the card anyway. But we're going to be using the card for departure because it's slightly different than the FMS calculator speeds in certain cases. So that's done. Let's just go to the takeoff performance page. There's our V-speeds. Check the card for V2. V2 is 161 knots. So we just need to power up the MCP. Here. What was that V speed? 156 knots. There we are, 156. And we'll preset 230 as our initial climb speed. So push, preset, and then 230. Cool, whilst I'm up here, I'll set the SID stop altitude, which will be 6,000 feet, and runway heading is 238, I believe. It is 238, which is already automatically set for us, which is lovely. So that's done, and the flex temperature of 60 degrees is set, and then our trim setting is 0.7 units down. There we are, trim is set. Perfect. Lawrence is too early for alt, I should say, more of a problem on descent than climb. Usually climb wants to do more managed open airways, no real sense in the climb profile as long as restrictions are met. That sounds like Airbus talk to me. Jason, it's disappointing they didn't swap Comet and Volkel. Well, you should have holded Volkel for the mist, as that would be most accurate to a real-life encounter. Oh, there you go. Very, very good. Rhino, don't suffocate yourself this time. I didn't suffocate myself at all. However, thanks... Oh, and it's already closed, look. Well, I will leave it open because we're going to go make sure that the space station's tied down first anyway, the Columbus laboratory anyway. But don't make me forget now. Right, the FMS is loaded. We'll brief everything shortly. Hydraulic power panel set and checked to verify low pressure lights are illuminated on the servo controls and the hydraulic power because the engines are running. That is correct. Flight recorder to ground control. External light panel will now set. So at this stage you want the nav lights on. That is it. It says put the strobes to auto as well. Pitch trim, yaw damper levers, ATS levers are on. We just did that a second ago. We'll put the galley power on so we can make ourselves a coffee. Engine 1 fire panel tests and APU fire tests we can do next. So we'll do a squib test. We've got 2 squib lights. Hold down loop A. Check the ECAM message. And then engine 1 fire handle 1 pull, discharge, let go, and then it tests loop B, which is done. We'll do the APU now. Now, is this ECAM or was it ICAS? What do they call it in the A300? I mean, we don't have any of this fancy stuff on the NG, but I never know which one it's called. Right, squib test for the APU. 1 squib. Here comes the APU fire test. Fire handle pull, agent after 10 seconds, master switches then to off, and then we'll do engine number 2. I love the smell of Airbus in the morning. Brilliant. Right, there we go. That's the engine fire test, APU test complete. Electric indication panel, select emergency and ESS. Emergency and ESS. Fuel panel, all pumps on. Even if we don't have any fuel in the centre tank pumps. We've got quite a lot of fuel today. 25 tonnes almost, but there's still no fuel in the centre tank. Look, it's still empty. We're using the 2 or 4 wing tanks, I should say. There we go. So, fuel's done, AP fire test is done, window heating probe switches can come on, cargo compartment smoke test, there we are, smoke, we also get a message on the ECAM display as well, that is done. So, vent panel, check the overboard valve flow bars illuminated, it is, that's up here, emergency exit lights arm, they are armed, APU bleed panel checked, we're not using the APU at the moment. Condition temperature panel, econ flow on. I haven't removed that from this checklist. Econ flows on the A300 and A310, but on the Super Transporter it's not there, but it's still in their checklist, but that's not applicable to us then. Pack temperature panel is checked. We've got 2 packs here, we'll just use pack 1 for this sector. Emergency exit lights we've done, it repeats itself. So that's all done. EFIS control panel now set, so I'm going to set decision height -5. Apparently that stops spurious warnings from the terrain condition avoidance system on departure. And we'll have constraints on as well. And the rest of the panel we just set. Altimeter we set. Check all the instruments for legibility, so RMI is all looking correct, there's no warning flags, we've got manual thrusters we know about. Clock's correct, I'll try my best to remember to set the elapsed timer. Brake accumulator pressure's all in the green ranges, engine indications are all normal. Landing elevation is sea level over in the Kennedy Space Center, so we'll leave that at 0, and then Jim would be checking his instruments as well. So that is all set. Auto brake switch as well, verify off at this stage. And the brake fan as required, so it's been cold and dark, we don't need the brake fan at this stage. Check the takeoff config warning, that's sounding correctly. Verify fuel levers are off, get your clearance at this stage. We do have ATC, very good, so I'll try grab the ATIS now guys. And then we'll grab our clearance there. Berg Aslan, welcome back as a member. Glad you enjoyed the content, and you'll get back into our members only Discord. Enjoy your customization chat as well. Thank you very much. Kurosh, what are you transporting today? We are replicating an exact flight which flew the Columbus Laboratory module from initially starting in Bremen all the way to the Kennedy Space Center. Their 3rd or 4th sector landed here in Cleveland, and then we're doing the last sector as they did back in 2006 to the Kennedy Space Center. Right, let's grab this ATIS 127850. So that is tuned. 27850, let's have a listen in. Looks like it's not. It does say it's receiving.
0 at 12.
That's better.
Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000.
Let's grab the ATIS then.
Temperature 18. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3022. Area navigation Y runway 24 left approach and use RNP approach available on request. Departing runway 24 left. North into airmen. Operate transponder in altitude reporting mode on all taxiways and runways.
Roger.
Caution bird activity vicinity airport.
Virtual birds.
Read Michael runway hold short instructions.
Look.
Advise on initial
There's
contact.
another one.
You have information Foxtrot.
It's a CSL Beluga.
Cleveland Hopkins Intl Airport 8 is information Foxtrot 16510. 1210 at 12. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 18. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3022.
Excellent.
Area.
So I've got the ATIS those. Information Foxtrot. We'll detune it now on the radio tuning panel here. There we are. And we'll tune up Cleveland Ground. I've got Cleveland Ground online as well. Coming here 121.7. That is now active. And here's box 1. And we'll get our clearance. So we are parked here on the west side cargo ramp. I'm sure that'll be sufficient. And hopefully we'll get a Kids 1 SID. Let's grab that now. Cleveland Ground, very good afternoon, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. On the west side cargo ramp, information Foxtrot, altimeter 3022, departure clearance to the Kennedy Space Center.
You clear to the shuttle landing facility by the Kids 1 departure, Newsom transition, then as filed. Climb by the SID, expect flight level 300, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 122.8, squawk 7443.
Clear to the Kennedy Space Center on the Kids 1 departure, and then it's going to be the Newsom transition, and then expecting flight level 300, 10 minutes after departure, airborne frequency 122.8, and squawk 7443, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, feedback is correct. Pushing stars at your discretion, expect runway 24 left.
Push start discretion, expect 24 left for the partial call, ready for taxi, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Perfect. So I started talking to him, and I hadn't got VATSIM client turned up, so I missed initially the start of that there. Thank you very much to Ollie Bullocks Gamers, just joined as a member. Glad you joined the content, buddy. Coming in again. Glad you enjoyed the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy your custom motors chat as well. Hold on, are you a member already? I'm getting confused. I swear you're already there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Streamlabs is doing its thing where it repeats itself several times. I'm not sure. Right, we've got our clearance at 6,000 feet. Squawk will pop in now as well. So the squawk was 7443. 7443. And I'm going to put the transponder now to out on, as per the ATIS instructions. We should probably wait until we get the engine started and push back, and I'll put it on now so I won't forget. Clearance is done. We've done the routing information and the performance, and we just now need to get the APU started, I think. So cockpit preparation, fuel quantities checked. So we've got 24.6, and did I do init page 2? I don't think I did. There we are. So yeah, this is very easy to forget in the Airbus Beluga. So 0 fuel weight, 108.2. Block fuel, just put the amounts we have on the gauges, 24.6, and the CG was 29.1, I believe. Note sheet. Sorry, 29.0. Oh, Abby, you've got an alpaca mauve hoodie by the looks of that. Thank you very much, Abby. Can't read the text though because it's so tiny. Thank you very much, buddy, for supporting the channel, getting some merchandise. Very, very kind. Thank you. Oh, Abby, that's awesome. What's that hoodie as well? That's wicked. You look at the parts when you fly for Alpaca Airways. Uniform. Thanks, man. Right, 0 fuel weight CG is set. So, we're all good, I believe. We've got the QNH set. Let's get the APU started now. We've already done the APU fire test, so APU master switch on. And start. That brings up the ECAM page as well automatically, which is really cool. And then what we're going to do, have a little listen to that outside. Have a look at some of the comments, and then we're going to simulate kind of walking in, making sure the space shuttle's all secure before we get our pushback. There's one I made earlier.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit. Toes is driving up.
There. Are you using Vulkan or OpenGL? Says Andrea. I'm using Vulkan. Oh, I hope the APU started. Because, yeah, the audio just had a little bit of a glitch there. Cool, so APU should be available. We can now disconnect the external power. Go to ground services. Remove that. Remove the chocks as well. And I think we're ready to go for push start. So just before we get going, let's just do some briefing, guys, before our departure here. So expecting 24 left for departure. We're going to push back, just a straight push back, make a left turn, most likely go out via Echo, cross 24 right, via Sierra, and then we can take the intersection.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
That's fine, we don't need to backtrack. And the SID here is the kids are one departure with a, how do you pronounce this one here? A NUSM transition. So we're going to climb off 24 left today. So if we go here to 24 left, climb on runway heading 238 to intercept the course 184 to Caden. So if you go here to the flight plan, you'll see it says, there we are, intercept to Caden. So I'm going to use heading select initially for departure, guys. And then when we get to around 1,000 feet above aerodrome level, I'm going to engage nav mode. And then the aircraft will route for us direct to Caden. Around 1,000 feet AGL, so 1,700.
Tow connected, nicely. Bypass pin inserted, release parking brake.
Once we go to Caden, let's just zoom in here, just check the rest of the waypoints. We were cleared to flight level 300 on the SID, but we have some restrictions to apply on the SID first, which is the first one's Liam at 6,000. I'll confirm after departure, you know, are we cleared unrestricted to 300, but I am going to respect Liam at 6,000. We then have gear at or above 7,000. You can see all the constraints here on the ND, and then we have kids at above 9,000, and then all the way over to NUSM. We should be up at our cruise level at that point, flight level 300. Remember, all the altitudes and speeds here are incorrect. They are based off the A310, which is as per the real Beluga. So the ETAs, the fuel burn here, is inaccurate. You have to kind of like use your flight plan and check as you go on your way. Cool, guys, we're all ready to go. So yes, let's play the game here. So we'll imagine that Jim. Oh no, Jim's our first officer, of course. Jimothy, our loadmaster, is just talking to the tug driver, just telling him to be very careful because we have a multi-million-pound space shuttle part. He's telling that to, no, Greg. Greg, the pushback guy. We'll now climb on in. There we go. We're now in the unpressurized cargo area of the hold. This part does not pressurize during flight. We'll just make sure the door closes correctly. Nice clunk, which is reassuring. Let's go check the space station part, make sure it's all... I missed that. There we are, look, it's all secure, making sure it's all strapped down. That's not going to go anywhere. We don't want that to end up in orbit any earlier than it should be. We can check the doors all closed. Right, Jimothy will clamber on down, he'll get the door shut. There we are, and the lone bastard can come sit in here. Well, the only place he can sit is the toilet, I believe, isn't it, with the spare seats? Was he one in here? Oh, he can sit on the jump seat there. There we are. So that door's closed. Going to stay pressurised. Oh, looking good. Here we can request... you don't need to request push to starts. We've already been told we clear push to start, called ready for taxi. So, verify windows and doors are closed. We've got one cargo door left. Look, two closed here. So exits close all. Wait until we go all green on the in-cam display. There we are. Green, so it's closed. Beacon we can turn on. Once everyone about to start the engines. Verify the parking brake is set to mid-stage, and then transponder to out on in this airport here. Thank you very much, Angel Aviation, for the £2. Petition to call the Alpaca Airways in-flight meal service. The Alpaca Roo. You're in charge, Angel Aviation. Thank you very much for your donation. Right. Parking brakes released. Let's go to the Kennedy Space Center.
Starting pushback. You may start your engines.
Lauren, could you try and do a bit of a slingshot launch out of the hatch? The physics are sound here. Remember to close the door of the cargo bay. All closed. And this one as well. Right, start now engine number 2. So, area cleared to start, ignition selector to start A. And APU bleed will need on. There we are, and start. Love the bass, sounds awesome. Extreme HD simulation, it's important to check the cockpit door is closed. Yes, thankfully, we've realised, because we were checking on the after takeoff checklist last time we flew at the pressurisation panel, and it wasn't pressurising properly, and I was like, why is that? Oh, it could be because this door's open, and we spotted it. Hang on, Waffle. It's going to go really quick now. Yes, if you'd like to download delivery as Nox Gaming, is just put the command there. You'll be able to grab a link from that.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Jim can look out his window and not quite see the engine from here. No, you won't be able to. It's amazing, actually. I only just realised how low the cockpit is. Look, it's quite about the same height as the engine. Right, that looks looking all stabilised now. We'll start now engine number 1. Waffle's gonna get dizzy. Excellent. So N2, N1, and you can see the oil pressure is rising.
Tow is disconnected. Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
Shot. What a beast of an aircraft. Got another set. Right, there's what do we call him? I can't remember now. Paul, Gary, Fred. He showed us the bypass pin. Fantastic. And we've got 2 good engine starts. So after start flow, ignition switch to off. APU bleed off. APU master switch off. Anti-ice not required. Speed brake weaken arm. Verified that the rudder trim is set to 0, which it is. Flaps are set to take off, so 0.15 we're going to use today, and the trim is set for departure. I think it's 0.7 units down, and that is set. So the leading edge device is extending. Hi Steve, hope you're doing well, buddy. There we are. And we're all good. We can now request taxi with ATC. Just going to turn the sound down here slightly so we can hear ATC clearly. And we'll just turn on the alerts. Turn off the alerts. There we go. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, request taxi.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, can you accept runway 24 left at Sierra, 8,900 feet remaining, or do you need full length?
We could take 24 left via Sierra, thanks. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, roger, runway 24 left at Sierra, taxi via Victor 2, Echo, Golf 7, Sierra, cross runway 24 right at Echo.
Cleared to taxi 24 left via Victor 2, Echo, Golf 7, cleared across 24 right, and then Echo, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Perfect, so...
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, sorry, after 24 right, that's going to be Sierra.
after 24 right, sorry, to Sierra, and a hold short Sierra for 24 left, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. What did I say? I said Echo, I think, yeah. So, Victor 2 Echo, cross at Golf 7 Sierra, and we're going to hold short here. We don't need to backtrack full length for 24 left today. So, taxi instructions we have, and just to turn that down slightly. So, we'll turn on the turn off lights, and the taxi lights, and release brake. Do a config check. There we are, no takeoff config warning. We're now on our way to Florida. Better just not stay on this page in case we inadvertently open any doors. Keep on the checklist page. Well, thanks a lot for the ATC, that's awesome. So there's no real taxi line here at the moment, so I'm kind of just a massive apron look, so we'll just join that taxi line there. And we're going to go Victor 2 and then up here onto Echo to Golf 7, so it's left and then left again. Ahoy! Anyone that knows where does he get the airport charts? You can ask me directly, but you can ask also the chats. They're Navigraph charts. Does require subscription, but it is a worthwhile investment if you want to be taking your simming seriously. Because all the charts, they match their real world counterparts.
Alpaca 2 to Golf 10, the Charlie 10 request taxi.
Captain Backup, those little stairs in the belly should be easy enough for Joe Biden. Poor Joe. I did see the video. Maybe you should get one of these instead of the new 747-800.
on Juliet.
Taxi to
take a right here.
Juliet, we can give away on Airbus 320 on Juliet.
The CSLs look really nice, that's the Beluga CSL. There we are, so on the Echo taxiway, and then we're going to go Golf 7 all the way to Sierra. We'll now complete the before takeoff checklist. So, brakes, make sure, just looking at the checklist there. So brakes we've checked, they are definitely working. We'll now select flight controls on the ECAM display. There we are, flight controls. So let's try the elevator, so full up, full down, here comes the rudder, full right and full left, and here comes the ailerons, full left and full right. So flight controls are checked, auto brake to max, verify speed brake is armed, which is, we'll put the transponder to TAR right now as well. And I do confirm we are cleared across runway 24 right. We can confirm that with Jim, and then we've been cleared already to taxi all the way to Hall Point Sierra for 24 left. So that is done. Weather radar we need to turn on. And this weather radar works. I was doing a test sector this morning and it was picking up some weather, which is pretty cool. Put the system 1 on and the weather radar tilt up as well. And that's it. The before takeoff checklist is complete. I'm just going to do my kind of own operator's before takeoff checklist. That way I can check the configuration myself, check all the important stuff. So we did a config check. Flaps we have 15 and 0 set, and the trim is 0.7 units down. The takeoff briefing, the air conditioning panel's set, and the V speeds we have on our card of 157, 159, 161. They are all on the PFD. Departure is going to be a kids 1 SID, and then we're going to be doing the NUSM transition, climbing straight ahead here to 1,000 feet above aerodrome, so we'll go up to 1,800 feet and we're going to make a left turn at cadence, stop altitude 6,000 feet, which is set on the MCP, and we'll also bug up at 1,000 feet.
Alpaca Bob Kilo Charlie, contact tower 124.5. Have a good flight. Wish him a happy birthday.
124.5. Is it really his birthday?
Yeah, we'll see.
Cheers, mate. I fell for that one before. Amazing. But I might do it just for bands. Right, 124.5 tower, and I think we're all good here. So we'll just hold short the whole point here. You can see there's a colleague in a regular A300. We'll just set the parking brake here at Sierra. Make sure the aircraft is all ready, and we're going to have Unicom after that. Hope you're doing well, Adam. Good afternoon to you, sir. Brake is set. And we'll contact Tower. Tower, hello. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, hold point Sierra, runway 24 left. We're ready for departure.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, Cleveland Tower, hello, winds 200 at 12, runway 24 left at Sierra, clear for takeoff.
Runway 24 left via Sierra, clear takeoff, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. We can clear takeoff, ladies and gentlemen, so landing lights can come on at this stage, and ignition we don't need to use continuous, and the rest of it's kind of already done, so I'm going to engage, well, heading selects automatic, so I'm not going to select any modes on the MCP until we get to kind of like 1700 feet, and then I'll select level change, and then I'll update the FMS down below. So I'm going to go to the direct to page. Don't worry about the cost index, it's not even doing anything. I'm just going to go direct to Caden in the FMS and engage the nav mode. So we're ready to go. Toga's in chats. It's going to be an awesome flight this one. The weather's looking really nice. Looking forward to discover America below. That was not the best lineup I've ever done, but I'll tidy up there. Right, let's do it. 40%. There we are, engines all stabilised, looking good, and set takeoff thrust. It'll take a little bit of a long time to spool up these engines, but they do eventually get there. 96.6. Rudder's now becoming effective. Not too effective. There we go. So 80 knots checked. Release the forward pressure. So I'm going to use right rudder at the moment to maintain centre line. Very high V speeds. And there's V1 and rotate. Used all that runway. And we're airborne. Positive climb. Gears coming up. And onto the flight directors and trim. What a beast. Right, there's 1700 feet, so I'm going to select level change. It's going to be a bit tough here. We're going to go heads down, Caden, insert, and select nav. Select climb thrust as well. Oh, I love this aircraft. So cool. So
Tower, good afternoon.
So now accelerated to 230 knots.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, no further ETC is available. Frequency change is approved. Advisor, have a good one.
And 122.8, thanks a lot for the ATC, so Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Pass the message on to colleague as well, that'd be great, thanks. And the flaps coming up.
We'll pass it over, thank you.
Awesome. So just on the flight directors now, approaching 230 knots. We'll level off at 6,000 feet as per the SID, and I'll quickly do the after takeoff checklist, and then we'll continue climb. Trimming nose down at the moment. That's what that whirring sound is. It's lovely and in trim now. Autopilot's in. We'll select vertical speeds. Reduce that to 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll accelerate to 250 knots. And now we'll do the after takeoff checklist. Oh, I know what I've forgotten. Clock. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, why is it every time? It's running now. Just add a minute and a half to the timer. No problem. Right, after takeoff checklist. So that is spoilers we can disarm, and runway turn off and taxi light come off. Ignition verify off and APU if used for departure performance, which is not the case, and that's it. That's the after takeoff checklist. I'm just going to check the pressurization, so you can see the diff pressure slowly increasing, as is the cabin altitude, which is less than 1,000 feet at the moment. which is a good sign. That is it. After takeoff, checklist is complete. So we're on our SID here. We've got to maintain 6,000 feet till Lion, but we'll imagine ATC has given us continuous climb, and I go straight up to our flight level, which is flight level 300, which is set. Level change. And we need to wait until 18,000 feet because it's United States before we set standards. And we'll just delete the restrictions from the FMS. Again, there's no pitch mode in the autopilot. Speed limit exceeded. It's just added the thrust a little bit too quick, and it can't pitch up to maintain 250. That's why I've got that message. So let's just delete that 6,000 feet restriction. Again, it's not going to make any sort of difference because there's no mode which is going to comply with that restriction. There's no VNAV, but it just makes it a little bit tidier. There we are. Up we go. And bye-bye Cleveland. First ever time in Ohio in a live stream, I think. Awesome. Just fiddle with the sounds a bit. There we go. It was a loud old aircraft, this one. Now we are climb up to 280 knots, which is our best climb speed. We'll do our pre-cruise checks. So landing lights we can now retract. And that's what it says on our checklist, but again we'll do a few more checks here. Fuel, all good here, configured as we like it. Lights are off, APU is off, pressurization. Dip pressure is slowly increasing as the cabin rate climbs around 1,000 feet now. And that's it, checks complete. And there she is. Hello Cleveland, says Grunt. Avkeek Clever, welcome to America, Captain. Thank you very much. Not the first time we streamed here, but I do like to come back here occasionally, and I thought this sector would be so cool to replicate. Awesome that we're carrying. You know, I love the fact that iniBuilds did a lot of research. They looked at routes that the aircraft flew. We're actually carrying the very route which carried the European Space Agency's Columbus laboratory. Obviously, we've not done the first sector, so it started in Bremen, but we're doing the last sector, which was from Cleveland to the Kennedy Space Center. It's so cool that you can do that. Jamlin says, yay, Stapler View. Yeah, we can show off your amazing livery. I actually went for zoom level 15 for the en route task day, and they look awesome from 30,000 feet. I'm going to do it more often. It only took about 3 or 4 hours to download about 40 tiles. What an amazing plane, I know. It's one of my favourite add-ons. Big brain planes, says Abdullah Cage, but absolutely. Bismarck 9644, where are you now? Just south of Cleveland? Actually, you know what? I've got my little Navigraph app here. We're in Ohio, I know that much. Making a right turn now to our next en route waypoint. But I do have my Navigraph map up here. Cool, so we're going to maintain 280 knots until we transition back to Mach decimal 68. That's our cruiser speed to date, because MMO is Mach decimal 70. It's about as fast as this aircraft can go. We're going to get rid of that control column, because I think my regular viewers will know why. I've turned up the lighting here slightly as well. Beluga, well spotted Fabby, hope you're doing well as well, buddy. RS Turbo 50, what's the flight time today, Skipper? Just over 2 hours, so around 2 hours 5, 2 hours 10. Jason Dictor, wonder why they landed in Cleveland and not, say, JFK, which also had a backup shuttle landing facility in event of worst case for the worst case scenarios. Not sure, Jason. Reading into what iniBuild said and some researching onto the routes, the Beluga has carried not just this space part, they've carried loads of parts to NASA before, and they don't always use the same routing. I think on one of the situations they didn't actually go via Cleveland, they went via Bangor. Is it Bangor or Bangor in Maine? And then flew to the Kennedy Space Center. We're just replicating the one that carried this very module, the Columbus Laboratory, which is now bolted to the side of the International Space Station. It was carried up on a space shuttle. Viraj, don't need to use caps. How much time will this flight take? Just mentioned it, sir. 2 minutes, 2 hours 5 minutes, 2 hours 10 minutes. Hanging with the Homies podcast says, hi, I'm new. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Very cool. I'm going to do some fuel checks on the way here. The sim brief profile for this. Yeah, we'll get rid of this chart now because we're well on our way to Nuzum. Get a great FPS from the Beluga as well at 50 FPS, running everything on one PC. It's nice. So yeah, you have to change the fuel bias at the moment for the sim brief flight plan, increase it by 20%, and that kind of gives you a more accurate fuel burn. I found with this though, that makes it a little bit too conservative. Bear in mind we're left with 3 tons of extra fuel today, so all the fuel figures we should be around 3 tons up as we fly along here, but it's quite close. 6 tons an hour, that's yeah, more than twice the amount of fuel a 7.3 burns. Oh, Angels Aviation, thank you very much for your, not only your membership and for your mentioned earlier Discord, but you've also bought a Flight Deck to Sim mug as well. That is superb. Thank you so much, buddy. And glad you enjoyed the content as a member. And I look forward to seeing a picture with you having that a brew from the mug. Thanks, buddy. Ah, yes, don't forget to set standard. Very well spotted. Yeah, I mean, my operator, this is the thing. I am hard tuned because at my operator we set standard immediately after we've been cleared to a flight level, regardless of the transition altitude. We don't actually wait until the transition altitude, which in America is obviously everywhere 18,000 feet, which is why it's easy for me to forget, because we don't do it at this stage. But very well spotted there I'll try and pronounce your name, Jindrik Novak, well spotted. Brad, all my days is 3:50 in the morning, Australian Eastern Standard. Yeah, I'm not. The stream time is not the best for my friends over in Australia and New Zealand. Linda MP, you are so cool. My sarcasm alarm just didn't go off. This is cool. The sim is cool though. I love it. Declan, are you following the Starship development captain? Sort of loosely, Declan, John. I've been watching some of the Starship launches and also the I can't remember. Here you go. I've not been watching that often, but yeah, if I'm not up to much else, I'll be watching any of those rocket launches. Part-time PC pilot. At least you don't need to worry about getting the correct stand today. That is true. There is only one stand available. Brilliant. Oh, there was another static fire today for SpaceX. Oh dear, AV won't be happy. Oh, he's comment above. Viran says, bruh, you have a store full of merchandise. My partner Mariana is in charge of all that stuff. And yeah, we've got mugs, we've got baby onesies. We've actually sold half a dozen baby onesies, I'll have you know. But yeah, all that stuff is done via Teespring. Just to let you guys know, we've lowered that price as much as possible to make a very small return, because we just want to mostly promote the products and stuff. So by default, the mug, I think they want you to sell it for £15. We sell it for 10, and for that I think I get like 50 pence or something per mug, or maybe it's a bit more than that, I can't remember. Mariana does all that stuff now, but no, it's a bit of fun. And the great thing from our perspective is Teespring manage with the manufacturing, the dispatch, the returns if there's any issues, so we don't have to worry about any of that, which is pretty cool. Mark Smith, hope you're doing well, buddy. Great to be back with you. Hope you're doing well as well, sir. Stuart Phonics, afternoon, Captain. Good afternoon to you, sir. Carl, do you think the landing technique for the Beluga is different from a normal A300 as the flight deck is a bit lower to the ground? The landing technique, Carl, I've been looking into the instructions, is very similar to the 737 in the fact that you come over the threshold, you want to initiate your rotation, we call it check at my airline, smoothly close the thrust levers and hold the attitude. Oh, mugs flying left, right and centre. John Panfield, another one of my newer members as well, welcome. I say welcome. beautiful. Thank you very much for purchasing, my buddy. Very, very kind. And look forward to also seeing your pictures. I love it when all the guys take the pictures on Discord and go, look, I've got my brew here. So thank you very much, John. Very kind. So yeah, landing technique exactly the same. Check close hold. What I've noticed with the Beluga being a bit lower is, I think when I flew the CRJ the other day as well, it kind of caught me out because I'm used to being at a certain height to initiate the check. And also, when I started flying the 737, I pretty much stopped doing all my GA flying, but I did go and take a GA aircraft out about a year after with a friend. So he let me do the landing, and I found myself wanting to round out at around 30 feet. I felt like I was hitting the ground, but I was like, oh no, your ass is only about, what, 3 feet off the ground in this thing. So yeah, it can change from different aircraft. You've got to just keep an eye on that.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thanks a lot, Ethan. Blinker for the $10. Thank you, sir.
Safe flight, Captain.
Thank you.
Making progress on my PPL in Seattle. Your streams are a continued source of inspiration and entertainment.
Thank you very much, Ethan, for the $10. That's very, very kind of you. Fantastic news you're getting your private pilot's license done in Seattle. I was fortunate enough, Ethan, to be invited by Microsoft to Seattle a couple of years ago now. It'll be 2 years in September, to go try it out. And one of the things I got out there, Ethan, was a free flying lesson paid for by Microsoft by a flying school in Renton,
40,
and I managed to go
30,
fly around the
20,
Microsoft building,
10.
the Needle. It was so cool. So thank you very much, Ethan, and good luck with your PPL.
When this monstrosity opens up, does it make the flight deck into a convertible, or does overhead panel stay put?
Thank you very much, Dave Dillon, for the $5. I don't know if you noticed there's a giant zip here. You just open the zip. No, I'm only kidding. I don't know how serious you are with your question, but you can see sort of here's the line and there, so it's a hinge here, and that's where it opens up. We're going to do the full unloading in the Kennedy Space Center, so you can see it happen live. I'm then going to actually show you a really cool link from the ESA website about this very flight whilst that's going on, which is really cool. But thank you very much, David Dillon, for your donation. Very, very kind. Awesome. Captain Bagoff, ready to fight the one and only Florida man when you arrive. It's spring break time already. I've not even heard of that, Captain Bagoff. I know it's spring break in the US, but I don't know what that is. I'm going to have a lot of people going, oh, you should know what that is now. PS3 Bulldog, does the low cockpit have any effect on how pilots use the PAPI lines to stay on glide slope? Superb question, PS3 Bulldog. What you'll find is on approach charts now, Jepson charts I'm not 100% sure on. Let's have a look here back at where we just departed from at one of their ILS approaches. Now, where do you find eye height on a jet chart? So on my operator's charts, we have something called the eye height, and most airports have eye height around 45-50 feet, but some airports the eye height is a little bit higher. So you imagine if you're in a 747, which is considerably higher than a 73, where the cockpit is, different pilots are going to see different heights of things, and we have a reference here to the eye height. But a lot of airports in the 747, they'll be coming in, and they'll look like they'll have different PAPIs to what we can see as well. So yeah, as Kieran says, 747 pilots come in 3 reds, 1 white airports for adapted PAPIs. So a lot of airports have these eye height references, so you can sort of anticipate what eye heights you can see. Now it's the other way around, Kieran. When you have eye heights reference a little bit higher, when you're in a 737, it looks like 3 reds for us guys, but 2 reds, 2 whites for someone in a 74. But yeah, the different aircraft have. Well, yeah, Jason Dictor said it there. 747 wants 3 whites and approach the other way around, as he's pointed out there. So yeah, very, very cool. Lauren, Florida man has to do with all the weird crimes that get publicised on TV and in the news because of how they can be illegally reported in the state of Florida. They trend on the outrageous side. Oh, there you go. Kieran realised after typing, yeah, I was thinking, I was like, oh, is that right? But yeah, the other way around. Cool, awesome. Here we are, 30,000 feet. We'll do a fuel check here at Nuzum, which is where the star terminates. We'll put the weather radar tilt down a little bit as well. would have been around -1 up here, just in case we pick up any weather, but we shouldn't have any weather up here. There we are. Here is Nuzum. There's the Ohio River. Oh, I'm trying to pan around, but I'm in this view, aren't I? There we are. That's so cool. Oh, this is zoom level 15, guys. Looks amazing. Mark Smith, welcome back as a member. Glad you enjoyed the content again. You'll get invited to our members only Discord. Thank you very much. Oh, got merchandise flying off the shelf here. Thank you very much to Evix, who's just purchased the mug as well. Very, very kind. My apologies to any merchants purchased. I can't see the comment. It's too small here on the Streamlabs overlay. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Mark Smith, as well, for your membership. Welcome back. Mark, I'm getting confused with who's who. Mark's, you made me the Alpaca Airways lorry livery, I believe. I'm trying to remember everyone. I do struggle these days, but thank you very much for your membership. Very, very kind. Right, so Nuzum, we should have been here after 19 minutes. The clock says 16. Well, I was a couple of minutes late starting it, so that makes sense. Remember, this flight plan is based off decimal 68, but don't use the FMS because that's based off a 310 profile as per the real aircraft. We should have 17 tons on board. We took an extra 3 tons, so I'd expect about 20.1. We've got 20.4. That makes sense. Probably saved a bit on the taxi. And we would have burned 4,536, and fuel used for us is 4 tons. So yeah, we've saved around 300 kilos or so. We'll keep an eye on that as we fly further south. Ollie Tanani, personally, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator looks bad above 10,000 feet. I think this is zoom level 15. I think this looks better. I think it looks a lot clearer. I'll give you another stapler view. I'll show you where we are as well. So you can see the Ohio River just behind us. There's Moundsville, and you can see Moundsville just here. I think it looks ultra crisp. Paul Shoesmith, yeah, I'm back visual after the dog walk. Very cool. There we are. I mean, from there, it just reminds me of the big... Oh, we said it before, didn't we? The big brain cartoon characters. Such an amazing aircraft. John, my message read, "When buying the mug, this looks like it would be good to drink tea from. Wasn't worth the wait, was it?" John, very funny. I love it. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't see it there. Yeah, me, do an engine failure with the Beluga / tutorial. Thank you very much for your suggestion. I've actually recently done me. All my tutorials are generally based around the 737. I have pondered with the idea of doing tutorials in other aircraft, but the key thing about this channel is learning to fly that aircraft in the 737. You might be interested in my most recent tutorial where I looked at an engine failure on final approach, which I enjoyed recording. I'm looking at doing another engine failure in-flight tutorial in the next few days, and also
50,
an engine in-flight restart
30,
tutorial as well.
20,
so I'll be doing that shortly.
10.
Thanks a lot, David Dillon, for the $5 donation.
Did I understand you to ask what is spring break? Spring break equals drunk
I know
fest
what that
for
is.
college kids. Also, how far are you from KLEX, my home?
Thank you very much, David Dillon, for your donation. I knew what spring break was. Wasn't so sure about the Florida man or whatever that was, but now I sort of know. How far away are we from Kilo Lima Echo X-Ray? Now, do they have an ability? There are some sort of fixed pages in this, isn't there? I don't want to fiddle with the routing too much in case I break it, but I don't think we can be too far away. Let me have a look here on Navigraph for you. Kilo Lima Echo X-Ray. Bluegrass Lexington. Oh, we're not... Oh, we're quite far away. Well, not too far away. Let me show you on a map, sir. So you are Lexington. Charleston is... Yeah, probably staying right on the map, but I don't know the US very well, my friend. So, Parksburg's here, Parksburg, Portsmouth. There's Lexington. So this is where you are. So you can see where we are. We're near Parkersburg. Here's your home airport, Lexington, just here in Georgetown. So not too far off. But I hope the weather's as nice as it is in the simulator. We are live weather today. But thank you very much for your donation. You can check the progress page, and then ICAO says Robson. Oh, very, very cool. Well, I can definitely check that. Thank you very much, Robson. And the airport code was Kilo Lima Echo X-ray. Well, I can tell you the exact distance. 198 nautical miles right now on a bearing of 246. Very cool. Thanks, Robson, for pointing that out. Now, can you build fixed rings in the A300s? That would be quite useful for the approach. Similarly, Bob, what music do you use from streams? It's royalty-free music, varying from all sorts of here. Now, I can't remember what the exact name of the playlist was in Spotify, but I renamed it Chill Lounge copyright-free, and it had about 400 tracks in it, of which 40 or 50 were not copyright-free. So a lot of my old streams, I got hits on. And it's not a problem, you just have to basically remove that segment of the video and then it's back to being monetized if you want it to be. But the problem is you lose live chat when you do that, so I had to go through every single one of these songs, make sure they were royalty free, which they are now. I think there could be a few stray ones in there, but yeah, it's just chill kind of lounge music, all royalty free. Just type in royalty free in Spotify and you'll find some, but be careful, they're not always royalty free.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much, Right Rudder, for the $5.
Just started working the ramp at a small airline in northern Canada. Hopefully it'll be flying this time next year. We're gonna be okay.
We're gonna be okay. Right, Rudder, thank you very much for the $5 Canadian dollars. Fantastic, you got a little job there, working on the ramp there. And hopefully, yes, a bit of normality will come sooner rather than later. Thank you very much for your donation. That's very, very kind. Cool. I saw Quasimodo ask a question about this flight. He said, did this flight start in Bremen? Yes, guys, when we get to the Kennedy Space Center, once we're doing the unloading, I'm going to show you a really cool reference on the ESA website about this flight, and I want to show it some together because I know one of my viewers is blind and I wanted to really read and tell him a bit more about this flight, so we'll do that whilst we're unloading. But this is an exact flight that was flown, the last leg in delivering the Columbus module, the Columbus laboratory to the Kennedy Space Center from Cleveland back in 2006. Very cool. Similarly, Bob, they have to be royalty free or copyright free for monetizing on YouTube. Well, yeah, you need to have the permission of the artist if you want to monetize it or something. I don't know, but this music is royalty free and doesn't require the artist credit. All of it's been put on the playlist, as pointed out. But there are some, I don't know who, it's like a public playlist, so people add tunes, and there were some there that definitely weren't. Joshua Parry, guys, I don't want any of that stuff in chat though. Truth or dare, yeah. Why don't you ask your brother or sister or something? Don't need to post it 3 times as well. Back at some of the questions here in chat. Tango Delta, which future airplane add-on are you looking forward to the most? The Tolis A340, Fly-by-Wire A380, Rotate MD-11, Fly JSIM Q400, the Fearless 747-200, to name a few. All of them. Probably out of all of those, the Rotate MD-11, the Fearless 747-200, which is coming close to release now, the Fly JSIM, who've been working very hard on the Q400 as well. If it's anything like their 72 or 737-200, that'll be a great aircraft. So yeah, loads to look forward to. I mean, I've got plenty of time at the moment, which is why I'm streaming 3 to 4 times a week. I just don't know what to do next. I was like, I like to try and not do more than 3 streams without doing the Zebo bod. We had our members group flight this Saturday. I've been wanting to do the Beluga again. I want to do another one in the CRJ. I want to do a GA flight, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I want to fly the 727 by FlyJSim again. There's so much I want to do. But I always try and find an interesting routes, and this one was probably one of the most interesting routes we've ever done. Really cool. Jules, are you going to participate in the Hanover 24-hour event next weekend? Would be nice to do some short CRJ hops in and out of Hanover. I'll have a look at that. I Might be busy. Next Sunday I'm actually working. I'm not flying, I'm in the simulator on Sunday. So I've got that to look forward to. So there'll be no stream Sunday next week. Or this weekend coming up, sorry, this Sunday. And I might be busy on Saturday. Quasimodo, I think I saw it take off in real life, was kind of a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at the pictures of this very flight, and it attracted a huge amount of crowds wherever it went there. Very cool. Walking Dog says, bring out the Tupolev. Yep, got to fly that again. The headache generator, as I like to call it. That's still in Duxford. That was an epic stream. Togo, just wish Microsoft flights in 2020 was as smooth as X-Plane has become, and even prepared has gotten pretty smooth with V5, only downside. Yeah, a lot of performance issues with the latest patch in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The CRJ stream I did last time, I was kind of around 30 FPS. I mean, in comparison, I'm getting, what, 70 FPS right now in X-Plane 11 in a complex aircraft, and it looks really nice in the sim as well. So yeah, hopefully they'll... has there been any news from Microsoft regarding the patch or trying to fix the performance issues people have reported? I'm not sure. Nathan Noyes is so good. Thanks, man. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button as well. Go to a respectable 330 likes. More the merrier, as I like to say. And if you'd like to see more Beluga streams, always let me know in the comments section after the videos are released. Thanks, guys. Oh, PS3 Bulldog, very good. You're interested in climb mode, you're quite right. We'll select that to cruise. All that does, it'll change the thrust limit, same as a 7.3. So M1 is at 91.7, but it won't, in climb obviously it has a higher limit. Now it'll only limit it to 99.6, which is automatic in the 737, the modern Airbuses. Cool. So yeah, cruise selected. You can memo check the status page periodically. So status
50,
page.
40,
all looking
30,
good here. You can see your fuel flow,
20,
temperature in the cabins.
10.
Very cool. Thanks again, David Dillon. Language flow,
Was
please.
this flight flown really with Airbus? If so, I bet Boeing was pissed.
Oh, God, sorry about that, David Dillon. Thanks for your donation. Just watch your language. Try and keep it all PC here. So thank you very much nonetheless there. Was this flight flown really with Airbus? It was. They used Airbus to deliver the parts here, but that was because it was the European Space Agency which basically delivered this part there. So very, very cool. Thank you very much for your donation though. Ethan, Microsoft Flight Simulator performance issues are listed as ASAP on the latest development update, I believe. Ah, good. So I know they're aware of it, so that's pretty cool. Trevor Howard, greetings from Ireland. Hello to you, sir. John Padfield with the Tolis A321. I can get 165 FPS. I know, it's such a great FPS friendly aircraft, but to be fair, the iniBuilds team, when you think about how complex this aircraft is, I mean, I'm in the cockpit here, 60 FPS. Zebo's okay, it's a bit of an FPS hog though, I'm usually getting around 20 FPS less at the moment. 757 as well by Flight Facts is quite FPS heavy, but no, very happy with the performance. There's no, obviously, clouds or anything to load here. Yeah, guys, Ortho4XP who downloads it, if you're doing en route tiles, I said this earlier, this is zoom level 15. I can't believe how good it looks. Even if you zoom in a little bit, it looks alright. I've saved myself so much time and space. You can see where the tile's slightly different there. Because obviously it looks a bit different, but I mean, even the cloud looks good at this height. Very cool. Beautiful day here over the middle of the United States. We're just east of Huntingdon and Portsmouth. I'm about to fly. Next large city we're about to fly over is Charlotte in about probably in about 30 minutes or so. Mia-chan, what's up with the ILS glide slope showing? Oh yes, that's a good question. Oh no, that's not the ILS glide slope, sorry. That's just your altitude, so I believe. So if I change the height here, oh yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Sorry for I can't answer that question, but is that there usually? Can't remember. Javier, there is a cloudless Ortho 4XP source for the whole US. Yes, Fork Boy, isn't it? I believe, but I don't fly here that often, so I always use Bing Maps. Yeah, generally they're very good. And then as we get further south, I actually have all of the Orbex True Earth scenery for Florida. Looks really nice. Stuart Phonics blows my mind, that thing flies so well. I know, but if you look at the M1 looker here at 30,000 feet, 92% is pretty high. You have to have it explained in experimental flight model as well when you fly this aircraft. The differences between that and the stock one, not sure, but they do say you need to have it. Jason, probably your VNAV profile. Yeah, that usually comes up here though, and again, it doesn't have VNAV. Sort of like the CRJ, it's got like a VNAV guidance system, which would be fine if you're in the A300. It's quite useful to kind of get a rough idea of where you want to be on final approach if you're flying non-precision approaches. Is it your profile said mine? Possibly. Anthony, hope you're doing well. Looks like you'll have ATC soon, and for the rest of the sector. Let's have a little look here on the VATSIM map. Oh yes, just about to enter Atlanta Center. Very cool. Awesome. Well, when I check in with Atlanta Center, I'll have a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll continue with the rest of the sector. Look at that. I mean, that looks amazing. It's just so much vast space in America. So cool. Connor Foley, is that a livery available? Yep, if you look slightly down. Moen, one of the moderators, got you the link for that. Guys, if you ever want to download the links for all my liveries, they are, if you watch the stream back and keep an eye on chat, someone's always firing off a link every 5 or 10 minutes or so. I don't put the links in the video description. The reason are sometimes the links change from some of the guys that make them. So if you want, obviously the chat, you know, it's also got the same fixed link as well. If you're that desperate and you really, really would like it, put it in the comments of the video and I'll post the link for you. Very cool. Hello, Monkey. Do you have your X-Plane settings listed anywhere? I don't. I like the sim to run while I'm streaming as realistic as possible, so I never pause the sim. I never change the weather or anything like that unless it's completely impossible to get to the destination and I really want to get in. I've only ever done that once in a stream, and that was to get into Nepal. Was not Nepal. Bhutan. But I don't like going into the thing, especially on VATSIM. I like to keep it rolling. Giancarlo says, "Hey Captain, have you ever had a co-pilot you couldn't stand?" No, I'm going to answer. When I was an FO, I had some captains I couldn't stand. I wouldn't say I couldn't stand. Let's say they're perhaps a little bit more difficult to fly with, but that's part and parcel. We probably have friends or people you work with, but it was very, very rare. I think in the last 10 years, maybe less amount of times, less on my hand, you know. But we're all common people. We all get on very, very well, 99.999% of the time. Mahad, any chance for an alpaca livery for the CRJ for Microsoft Flight Simulator? We have one already. I think Freckles, one of our members, made one, but I don't have the link to hand. But I'm going to fly it again very soon.
50,
if you can wait
40,
a short while, I'll
30,
make sure there's a link there.
20, 10.
Thanks a lot, P-Tess, for the £5.
Thanks for all your efforts with the streams. Can we have an extra couple of emojis? FD2 map and UNU.
UNU? I think that was actually trying to be oh no, but we'll go with UNU. Thanks a lot, Pete S, for your continued support as a member. Thank you very much. I think we're going to go with Nature Flops Wink Wink. That's what I was thinking of, as having the next emoji. In fact, I could probably make one now. So yeah, I'll as soon as I unlock the next one, I'll make sure we have. Probably not going to go for UNU. Maybe the flight. Yeah, maybe the flight data sim map. Members, let me know the flight data sim map or the natural flops. I think the flight data sim map one. You know, if I get myself lost and then you guys are firing off a little map, would be quite funny. Oh no. Let me know what you think in chat. I think that would be hilarious. Look at this, Ortho. Warlord says, do many of the in-life pilots you fly with use X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator? Some do, Warlord. One of my... when I was commuting up to work well, not last year, the year before that, when I became a captain, I was based away from home and I was commuting, and I was renting a room from a friend of mine, and he was sort of not as much into simming as I was when I was younger, but due to pandemic and things like that, he's actually got himself simming again. I think he has X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator, but yeah, that's one person I know, and a few other friends I've flown with have tried it out. So yeah, especially during the pandemic now, there's more and more people trying it out. Natural flops 100%. FD2S Atlas definitely. I'll poll it, guys. I'll poll you later. Good times with Evan live. Where are we flying to? We're flying to the Shuttle Landing facility in Kennedy. There's the code up there. Kilo Tango Tango Sierra. We'll be there in around an hour and 15, hour and 20 from now. Probably a bit more than an hour 30. Cam T, how many terabytes of audio do you have on your computer? Too many. 7 terabytes. I have all of Europe in zoom level 17. But tiles like this I download, and as soon as I finish stream I delete them again. So it just keeps my library nice and tidy. But yeah, these I've got 30 tiles for this sector, en route zoom level 15. It didn't take up that much space at all. Great for en route. Toga, how are things looking flying wise this coming summer, Captain? Yeah, I mean it's anyone's guess here, Toga. I think there's less optimism now due to the fact that in the UK, I think we have now 40% of the population have been vaccinated, but mainland Europe I think it's less than 10%. So we might be all vaccinated here in the UK, but I don't know if they'll all be ready by the time we get summer. I hope so. I don't know. I'd like to think that people will be confident to travel, but it'll be very much what the governments decide. Countries like Spain, Greece, their economy is so reliant on tourism. I don't think they'll have much choice, but apart from to open up borders. And I think if people are sensible about it, you know, maintain social distancing, wear masks like we did last summer. I mean, you think about in the UK last summer, when this all kicked off, by the time the lockdown ended, we obviously never been completely out of lockdown since this started, but I was flying from July onwards last year, all the way till kind of November, and cases were minimal in the UK especially, and we were flying to Spain, Greece, Portugal, we was going to the Canary Islands. I'd like to think now, especially with all the vaccinations, that there shouldn't be too many restrictions, because obviously these cases come up during the winter, and I think that's because everyone's spending more time inside. I don't know, I'm not an expert, this is my point of view. I fingers crossed. Thanks, Toga, exactly, fingers crossed, you got it. Nicholas, you carrying Elon Musk's Cybertruck in there, flight deck to sim? Yes, behind the Columbus node. You can actually have a look at this. If you have a look at the Beluga, well, I'm going to show you this whilst we're unloading it, the actual pictures from when they were actually at the Kennedy Space Center. Here it is. Pop my head there. No, I thought I put his truck behind here, but no, it looks like it's been stolen. Someone in Cleveland now has a new Cybertruck. It's very cool, isn't it? Sweet. Good times, whatever. Can I have a quick look outside? Absolutely, sir. There you go. There she is. Air Pirates. Exactly, bitch. Oh, they probably stole it. Simon Taylor had the jab today. Looking forward to tomorrow. Oh, yes. Is it the Oxford? I can't can't pronounce the other one. I can't remember what it's called. The one that has, some have more side effects than others, and some people more affected than others as well. I've had a friend who's had the jab and felt fine, and my grandmother was fine as well, no side effects whatsoever. And then my auntie had it, and she was very, well, not very ill, but she was very, had to be in bed for a couple of days after. Roblox Gaming, oh yes, do you fly a Rails 737? Contrary to popular belief, with what many people see when watching my streams, yes, I am a captain on the 737. And before you ask what airline do I work for, that is a commonly asked question, that is something I don't discuss publicly. My operator is well aware of my channel, they give me full permission to stream, create content, which I'm very, very grateful for, especially at the moment. And thank you very much for respecting my privacy on that matter. AstraZeneca, thank you, Simply Bob. Crow, does the bulge on top contribute much to aircraft lift? No, I don't think there'll be much lift generated from this at all. An awful lot of drag, as you can imagine. Ollie Blocks Gamer, how busy were you on your job before COVID and after? Before COVID, so summer 2019, flat out. I was based away from home when I became a captain. I became a captain in 2019 at the beginning of the year, and I was flying 90 plus hours a month in the summer whilst commuting. Very, very busy. Still streaming when I could and still making content on this channel. And then coronavirus pandemic hit 2020, April. No flying until July. And then summer last year, July, quiet. Probably 50 hours on average. July, September, October, November. Yeah, September was okay. I did about 80. Then November was October, November was dead. October, I think it was like 25 hours in November. I did 2 flights. None in December, none in January, none in February. I was in the sim for my sim check end of or beginning of March, and I've flown 3 times this year on technical flights. We do these what we call recency flights to keep aircraft current and our licenses current to make sure we do our 3 takeoffs and landings. So yeah, I've logged this year 1 hour 25 minutes in my logbook for 2021, but that's better than 0. Better than
50, 40, 30, 20.
Thank you very much, Ronald Bird, for the $5 donation. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Got airsick during my check ride. Can I get an F in the chat?
Oh no, rip. Ronald Bird, thank you very much for your $5. Do not despair. I'm sure you're fine here. It is not uncommon to feel airsick regardless of your experience. I have had it once before when I was an FO. We were flying out of a destination in France, and it was just really, really choppy. And I just had my lunch. And I think it was more the fact I just had my lunch. I really didn't feel too good. I just had to say to Skipper, can you just give me 5 minutes? And I wasn't sick, thankfully, but I really felt like I was going to chunder. But it happens, and I'm sure you'll bounce back. And I hope your check ride went well. Otherwise, and if not, I'm sure you'll jump back in there, chunder free. But it happens. Thank you very much, Ronald Bird, for the $5. Very kind. Yes, lots of F's coming in. YF, poor Ronald Bird on his check ride. Good times with the Evan Live. What kind of engines power the Beluga? They're General Electric engines on the Beluga, I believe. Right, am I getting some ATC someone suggested? Not at the moment. I see Atlanta Centre ahead. I'll put their frequency on standby. Waypoint Slow Joe, 126 miles away. Dave from the East said, that's hilarious, I just took her from Knoxville and there are alpacas here. Brilliant. James says, cheers from the Canadian Rockies. Hello to you, buddy. You're doing well. Greg Scott, with all the spare time, we'll be doing the MCP tutorial. That's one I've been hanging on for ages for the 737. Yeah, I think it's just a little basic one here. I'm also going to do one of these recurrency flight tutorials, so it's really great if I can actually do that, because talk about the quite interesting topic I think for you guys to listen to, and also a great way to practice, say, takeoffs and landings, because you essentially take off, come straight back in for another approach. So I'll have a look at making something like that for you guys. RSW, you reckon it's the CF6s? I only say General Electric because in the manual it does say General Electrics, and I think for the CFs have the EPR gauges, but in the it does say General Electric in the Beluga manual. Crow says, so I'm guessing now is a really bad time to start looking at retraining for my licenses. I mean, if you've got your licenses, Crow, I mean, I'd always suggest keep them current if you can. You know, don't let them expire. But if you're perhaps thinking or considering starting flight training for a professional license and you want to be flying in a commercial airliner in the next 2 to 3 years, I would recommend not commencing your training, because I just think there won't be much work here. Now, if you've got a sponsored course or something like that, that's fantastic. You're one of the luckiest people alive. But yeah, if you don't have any guaranteed work at the end of it, it'll be difficult to advise you to start your flight training because there's just no work. Oh, our CF6s are General Electric, are they? I don't know my engines that well though. RS Turbo. If that's the case, that's my bad. I thought they were a different manufacturer. I thought they were Pratt & Whitney or something. Pavchenko, what's scenery using for KTTS? It's default X-Plane 11, but I do have the Orbex True Earth scenery for Florida, so you have all the, it looks fantastic. You have all the parts of the Kennedy Space Center, all the famous launch sites, Pad 38's all there. It's really, really cool. Brandon says, if you want to fix those jagged edges, Q8 Pilot has an easy fix to make them more sharp without a performance hit. Check it out. Are you talking about the ortho tiles or these lines? If that's the case, I'll definitely check it out. Q8 Pilot's tutorials are very, very good. There we are. That's Atlanta 3297. Atlanta Centre. Good afternoon, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, maintaining flight level 300 inbound to Slojo.
And Victor Charlie Papa 5 Kilo Charlie, managed our radar contract well.
Hello. Victor Charlie Papa. He's not heard of us. Yeah, 80's woken up. Yeah, I was actually in his airspace for quite a while.
Southwest 1330, 4 descend and maintain 4,000, reduce speed 210. And maintain 4,000, speed 210.
Slow Joe, said John. Oh yeah, I think it's called that. Slow Joe.
Endeavour 4649, can you accept 8 left?
So coming up to Charlotte, that's the next large city we're flying over.
Endeavour 4649, turn left heading 120, descend maintain 3,000, expect 4 left.
Absolutely beautiful day here in the States.
Okay, I mean 8 left. Heading it down to 4,000, call the field, 4649. I meant 8 left.
A good time if I can get a shout out. I don't usually do shout outs, but hello.
Heading of 120. Okay, 120, we'll call the field 4649.
Ryan Video says, not sure if it's Pope answers the question, but has anyone from your airline ever told you not to fly the planes apart from the 737? Or are they okay with that? Are you talking about my videos, Ryan Videos, or in real life? I mean, my operator, if you want to fly another aircraft, I mean, if you want to work for another airline, that's not going to work, obviously, because there's limitations on flight times per year and things like that. But no, they have no issue with you getting flying a light aircraft or having a recreational flying job. Or anything like this. Remember, this is a desktop simulator as well. If you're implying it's a sim, there are some differences perhaps flying a real aircraft. They are very good, the simulators, but thankfully they don't distract too much from flying what I fly in real life. There. Thank you very much to anonymous individual who's bought a official Flight Deck to Sim sticker. Wonderful. Thank you so much, whoever you are. Very, very kind. Bavarian Eagle, well done. You spotted my gear is not off. I've been waiting for someone to spot that. Well done to you, Bavarian Eagle.
Endeavour 4649, clear visual approach runway 8.
Lauren 5 says, is it Lauren 5 or Lauren V? I'm so sorry, probably Lauren V. I'm trying to see Roman numerals. Absolutely lovely here in the north east US too, fantastic. So the weather is realistic. We do have some cloud ahead. I did a practice sector earlier in live weather, and Kennedy was obscured in low cloud. I only just got in off the RNAV approach, but it's so warm there this time of year, it should have burnt off nice quickly. And John Padfield just testing us in Flight Deck Sim. Absolutely.
Cargo 1292, heavy flight 8330.
Sorry, Lauren. V not 5, lol. I'm sorry. EMP difference between gear up and off. If you leave the gear up, certainly the case of the 737, hydraulic lines are maintaining pressure to keep the gear up, when in fact there's a lock in place, a physical lock locking the gear up, so you can depressurize the hydraulic gear lines. It just means the parts last longer, less stress on them. Ryan videos, no, just curious to see if there was a difference in real life and the sim. Yeah, there's a slight discrepancies, of course. You don't get that seat of the pants sensation, but from a kind of like a procedural, flicking switches and buttons, the desktop sims are very, very realistic. Cool, so I'm just going to wait until we head over to Jacksonville. We're only at Atlanta Center for a short while here, and then we'll have a quick break, and then we'll start talking about the approach into Kennedy.
Southwest 1334, just want to maintain 3000.
710-3000, Southwest 1350.
I wonder if your boss watches your videos. If so, no pressure.
Alaska 589, just want to maintain 6000.
Thank you very much to part-time PC Pilot, who's been in chat here for a while. Thank you very much for your membership. You'll get invited to our members-only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat as well. And thank you very much for the support. Welcome.
Delta 1240, runway 8 right, taxi out hotel.
Abby, which part of the UK are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not going to disclose where I am now, but originally I'm from the east of the UK. East of the UK. Thanks for your understanding on that, Abby, as well. Similarly, Bob, do you ever fly the sim in VR? I've never tried X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR. I have tried VR before in Ace Combat on the PlayStation. Wasn't a big fan. I think it made me feel a little bit nauseous. The sensation, I think with more experience it gets better. But yeah, I was very impressed by it, but I haven't really been attracted to VR just yet.
Endeavour 717, clearance on request, we'll send you PDC in just a second. Alaska 589, flight heading of 010. 010, Alaska 589. Alaska 589, just to maintain 4,000. 4,000, Alaska 589.
So we're just flying over Salisbury and Statesville. There's a little town here called Concord as well. That's really cool.
Right 360, Southwest.
There's some lakes
Alaska
down there.
589,
So yeah, you see these
040.
they need colour fixing.
040, Alaska 589.
Very cool.
German cargo 1292, heavy descent and maintain 6,000.
1006, German cargo 1292.
Many miles once an afternoon or daytime in the States. Yay. Yep, live weather right now.
Southwest 1334, continue right turn heading 070, Airline Airport will be 2 o'clock and 10 miles west field.
We're almost halfway on this sector. Very cool. Flight deck is sick, unbelievable. I hear he spotted last near Area 51, says Stuart Phonics. Unbelievable.
Southwest 1334, clear visual approach, runway 9 right.
Clear for the visual 9 right, Southwest 1334.
FedEx 1060.
Lauren V. I live in a town called Concord too. Most states have one. Very cool.
Jacksonville Center, 135925.
Yeah, weather here is
Southwest
amazing.
1334, 1090.
So, getting a bit cloudy as we go further south.
Clear to land, 9 right, Southwest 1334.
Philippe said, real F-18 pilot once told me that motion sickness is pure psychological, not a physical condition, thus you can get around it. Absolutely, Philippe, it's all in the mind. Absolutely.
12000, Endeavour 5389.
It doesn't actually make you sick, it's all
Delta
in the mind. The
12,
mind,
40
we all know how powerful your mind is.
Trick you.
Lauren said, pick a place in Britain. At least half of the states in the US have a place named after that town. Yeah, I know. Looking at them up there everywhere. little towns there. Simon Cripps says VMC is visual meteorological conditions, IMC is instrument-meteorological conditions. Yes! That is quite true, that's what the acronyms are for, but from a practical perspective, it's the, sort of what the weather's doing with regards to cloud-based visibility. My operator, we define VMC as visibility in excess of 5,000 metres, cloud-based above 1,000 feet. That's what we use at my airline to define VMC and IMC. If it's less than that, we're flying in IMC conditions. Hugo, it's an input mismatch in your brain between your ears input and your eyes. That's really interesting you mentioned that, Hugo. I've got a nice little story time for you. Or you guys like to hear these sort of things. About 5 or 6 years ago, I had to have had an ear infection, and as part of the ear infection thing, I had to have a test to check see if it was affecting my dizziness for flying, because it was quite a bad ear infection. And what they did, I went to an ear, nose, throat specialist. I can't remember what the exam is called or what the thing is, but it was absolutely horrible. They essentially tie you down to a chair. I even had a strap around my forehead, and then they blast warm water in your ear. And what that does, it interferes with your cochlea in some way, and it makes your eyes move. And then they have an instrument to measure your eye movements. And I remember I felt so sick afterwards. And again, am I physically ill sick? No, but in my mind, the mismatch between what my ears are telling me. My ears are telling me I'm spinning round, but I'm completely still. My eyes are twitching. Oh my goodness. I mean, I knew something bad was coming because when the doctor came out, he brought a bucket. I said, what's that? He said, you might need this. I was like, oh no. So, yeah. I'd love to know what that exam is called. I remember afterwards thinking, I'd never want to do that again. It's horrible. Sounds like torture, says Russ. It was. But some of the other tests are quite interesting. Like, you had to close my eyes with my arms out and walk in a, move my legs up and down. You're not meant to spin round. Oh dear. John, the question is, did you talk?
589 airport's 12 o'clock and 12
That sounds like torture. Surely a better way to find out. Yeah, I wasn't in. I wasn't locked away anyway like that. But yeah, I don't know what that test is called. But yeah, they blasted this water in your ear. That makes your eyes move, and an instrument measures your eyes. Jules says, will you do some low passes over the Kennedy Space Center? Would be nice to show Columbus its launch site prior to mating. Would you like me, guys, on the approach to do, on the first approach, a low pass and go around? And then we can explore it. Let me know in chat what you think. That would be pretty cool. I need to make sure I read the go around thing. But well, instead of doing the go around, I'll level off at 3,000 feet. If you'd like me to do a low pass and go around Kennedy Space Center, the runway, that would be cool. But I'll do the RNAV approach, except at minimums. Instead of at the minimums, I'll level off, and then I'll disconnect, and then we'll do a fly past. That would be really cool. Then that way I can brief the RNAV approach, fly the RNAV approach properly. When we get to the minimums, level off. The minimums are about 700 feet. I'll then disconnect the autopilot throttle, we'll fly right down the runway at 700 feet. And then I'll go into the missed approach into kind of like 3,000 feet. And we'll go for that one. Vanguard, caloric reflex test. I think that's what it was called. You're right. I'm having that on.
1334, taxi to ramp, the Kilo Delta Lima cross runway 9.
That was it!
Left at Kilo.
Horrible. You're right. I'm pretty sure it's the caloric reflex test. That was it. Yeah, it was strange, but it was all a bit overkill because basically, with this ear infection, when it's linked to dizziness and things like that, and flying and medical, you've got to have all these extensive tests back before you can go back on the line. So I had to have all this stuff done, and even the NT said, yeah, you don't need these tests, you're fine, but I understand it's a requirement for your job. You know, we'll do all the tests anyway. Yes, there seems to be not many people that don't want me to do the low pass, so we'll definitely do the low pass and go around. Alright, you guys are in charge.
Victor Charlie Pop 22 Golf and 5 Kilo Charlie. Both of y'all contact Jacksonville Center 135.902. Take care.
At 135925, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Cheerio.
135925. Approved. Good day.
Jacksonville approach, Jacksonville radar, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, maintaining flight levels 300, inbound to Slow Joe. What to say approach for? I have no idea.
Alpaca 22 Golf, Jacksonville Center, hello.
I think the other guy read it as back at the same time. Jacksonville, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, flight levels 300, Slow Joe.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, Jacksonville Center, hello.
Hello, do you mind if I just pop off for 5 minutes? I'll call you back.
You gonna pop off?
I just need to pop off from the aircraft, the British say, let's say, and I'll be back in 5 minutes.
So who's gonna fly it?
Oh, my first officer Jim.
Ah, okay. Yeah, call me when you're back.
Thanks, man. Awesome. Right, guys, I'll be back in 5 minutes. 10 out of 10 for the bands there. Brilliant. Right, thanks, guys. I'll nip to the British slang fail. I just wanted to see all your responses to that. Right, I'll see you all shortly. Thanks a lot for the intermission, guys. Better tell ATC we've popped back in. I won't say that. I'm
Jacksonville
doing
Center, JetBlue 2593.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, check it in, 340.
JetBlue 2593 Center is all out of rooms. Squawk 1.
What's with the banter?
1031.
And FedEx 1062 for planning purposes, what runway can I expect at Tampa?
I don't know how to put this nicely, so I'm just gonna try. I don't control Tampa, so you can make the decision there.
So any runway I want. Perfect, thank you.
Yes, sir. Just do what you gotta do.
You got it, thanks.
JetBlue 2593,
Check
radar
it as soon as you
contact,
can.
55 miles southeast of the Grandstand BR, flight level 340, welcome.
JetBlue 2993.
Jacksonville Center, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie's back. Thanks for that.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie Jackson, you popped back in already?
Yeah, we popped back in, thanks.
Awesome, clear direct Ormond Beach, that's Oscar Mike November.
Direct Ormond Beach, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, thanks. Brilliant, love it. Direct to Ormond Beach. There we are, insert. And we're in a left turn. Look at that, 280 mile shortcut. Look at that.
Thanks, you too.
50, 40,
That's Columbia
30,
down there.
20, 10.
The airport at least. Oh my goodness, Lizzie Windsor is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Bravo, descent to pattern altitude.
When my husband flies in America, he does so with the radio turned off.
Right.
They quite like it, apparently even sending some F-16s up to fly in formation with him. They flew alongside and did a bit of mime. It was all very amusing.
Oh my.
7 Romeo Lima, radar contact.
Thank you very much, Her Majesty, for the £3.70 donation. When my husband flies in America, he turns the radio off. They like it, apparently. Even sending some F-16s up to flying formation. Flew along. Sorry, a bit of mime. Lizzie Windsor, thank you very much for your donation. Unbelievable, very, very kind, thank you. And I hope you're doing well, Your Majesty, and keeping safe now that everything in your family's cooled down a little bit. A bit of heat on the last few weeks, hasn't it?
55 Romeo,
And thanks, man.
12 o'clock, southbound.
Very, very funny. Right, I'll catch up with you all on chat here.
Flight level 190
break there.
for 12000.
Flight deck to Jin, now served on all Alpaca flights, said Toga. Outstanding. Love everyone laughing there about the pop-off thing. This flight is doomed, yes, okay, Jim is okay, and the cruise is fine. Just needs to monitor. Autopilot is wresting the controls away from Jim. Very, very funny. Avgeek says, listen, learn, never use British slang in America. That cloud, yes, you see the clouds blinking. I think that's just a known issue with clouds and with my graphics card anyway. They flicker, and I don't think with Vulkan you can fix it.
One more time.
You okay? Mariana's here. What are you?
Once you get closer, I'll have it for you. You're closer
Say
to
again.
Orlando. For now, it's 29 or 9 or 8.
Oh,
I'll have it
babe,
over for you in a
sorry.
bit. No problem.
Amazing. Lauren V, great way to get free fighter escorts at the colony's expense, Your Majesty.
Adamante 7000. The Orlando altimeter 29908.
Yeah, this guy's got banter. He's great. Cool, right, let's have a look at how far we've got left to run. So remember, this is all based off us flying at decimal 76 in the 310 with 385 miles to go until top of drop. So we'll start briefing in around 5 minutes. And we're going to brief the...
Runway heading, climb on
He's very loud, this guy.
Alright, Jackno, clear ILS runway 27, right approach.
So we're going to brief the approach as we would do for any normal approach, except the only difference is when we get to minimums, we're going to level off at the minimum altitude at the MDA. And then once we level off at the MDA, I'm going to leave the gear up, and probably I'll do about 180 knots with flaps at 1520, but we'll leave that configuration there. I might get some low gear warnings perhaps, so I might drop the gear. Not 100% sure how to kind of disable that. But yeah, we'll do the low pass and go around. It's a very long runway here for the Kennedy Space Center, because obviously it's where the shuttle used to land. And then once we've gone around...
runway 25 approach.
These guys are loud. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a fine balance here between talking and hearing those guys. So yeah, we'll do a low pass go around, and then we'll climb, and we'll kind of do like a visual, not circuit, well yeah, kind of climb up to 3,000 feet, we'll clean up, and we'll go around, reset the approach to the FMS as sort of rough guidance, and then yeah, we'll fly a visual circuit, it'll be really cool.
And 642 depart Pisto on a heading 180.
Wayne Braun, I love planes, I'm a bit of a geek when it comes down to it, but I'm sorry, but this would be so dull and so much too complicated in my opinion, sorry. No, I'll stick with Ace Combat to be honest. Oh, Wayne Braun, you've come to the right place. Don't you worry about Ace Combat. That is obviously a bit of an arcade game. These simulators are very realistic, but why don't you try it out? Try out Microsoft Flight Simulator X-Plane 11 and do some flying, and we'll get you all set up and enjoying the streams. I mean, all I'm doing is flying the aircraft as realistically as possible, like I do with all streams.
I called you a while ago. I gave you a frequency change. You're outside my airspace. Have a good day.
Kennedy Steve, I've not watched any of his videos, but I know he does. He's a well-known controller, wasn't he, in Kennedy? I don't know much about it. So yeah, actually, you know what we'll do for the go-around? I'll go in the full landing configuration. Otherwise, I'm probably going to get warnings, and in the 737 I wouldn't know how to disable them, but in the A300 or the Beluga here I wouldn't know how to disable flap or gear warnings. So what we'll do, we'll configure as we're going to land, except when we get to the MDA I'll stay in the landing configuration level, and then we'll do the fly past. Yeah, it won't look so cool with the gear down, of course, but and then we'll go around from the kind of like configuration there. Now they have a nice little go around guidance in the checklist here. So we'll use Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Yeah, we're just slow. This is our best forward speed. Mach decimal 68.
Okay, don't worry.
Best forward speed, Captain. So yeah, I think we'll configure gear down, landing flap. There should be sufficient thrust with landing flap and gear to at least level off, although it'll be a very high thrust setting. And then we'll initiate the go around properly, so we'll go around, retract the flaps a notch here. We'll have to push that little screw on the MCP to ensure that we have the go around mode engaged. Retract the flaps incrementally, and we'll climb to 3,000, non-standard go around. And then we'll go into the visual circuit. These slow Europeans, says Adam Bailey.
Your finger out of the window works. Let's see, wind 02013, gusting 19er.
Today we're replacing Boga with Bagger, Beluga and go around. Yes, if anyone chooses to stream, say what's he doing, he can say he's baggering.
Elite 640, descend and maintain 9,000.
Very cool. Anti-Teal, he's retired now. Ah, okay. Unnatch the flops. Andre, have you ever come to Valencia Airport, Lima Echo Victor Charlie? I don't discuss parts of the route network, because it can be quite obvious. Cannot confirm nor deny, Andre. Sorry for the confusion. I might have done. Might not have done. Andy, did you do any training hours in the US at your approved training organisation? I did, Andy, yes, in Seattle. Arizona, Goodyear, with Oxford Aviation Academy. 6 months there for my CPL. Yeah, Lauren, I think that choice of words isn't that great. Brilliant. So we're coming over, Charleston's on our left-hand side. We're going over Savannah next, and then we'll be kind of flying over the Atlantic, right along the coastline of Florida. The east coast of Florida. It's going to look really nice. And it says, you're in Oxford, oh god. Yes, well, I'm not going to say the course number, AP3 something, if you're around there. Early 3s. RS Turbo, have you ever done any live streams out of JFK? Do you not know about our destination map, because you're always in the streams? Have a look at this. I think that's the link for it. We have been in and out of JFK, in Concorde, out of Concorde as well. There we are. There's Nightbot with the interactive map. So yeah, we've done 2 or 3 flights in and out of JFK.
Atlantic Center 1395, so you can to 1450. 97, 3297. 897.
Very cool.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thanks a lot, Steve Mayer, for the £10 donation. I hope you're doing better at the moment, buddy.
Hi boss, got to go, need to sort something out.
Ah.
Have a good flight and get something for Jack for you.
Oh, Steve, that's very kind, and I hope you're doing very well, buddy, because I know you've been a bit quiet the last few weeks. So thank you very much for your donation, and I hope you get it all sorted out, whatever it is, and we'll enjoy the rest of the flight, buddy. We'll see you soon. Thank you. I tell you, even did a JFK flight in the 738. We did. We flew from Dublin to John F. Kennedy in the NG in the Zebo mod. Empty though was the only way to get there. That was across the pond. Our first time across the pond last April. Can't believe it's going to be coming up again soon. If I'm off, guys, we'll do something in across the pond. We'll let you guys choose the aircraft, and we'll do it again. It was the other way around, Toga. We did Boston. We did Boston to Dublin, and on the other way around we did Dublin to New York. Oscar, you'll have to come to Sweden again soon. Maybe the EDDS ESGG events. Yeah, I saw there's been a number of events on that sim in Sweden, and we haven't visited for a while, so I'll have a look there. Lauren says the 321 XLR across the pond. Ooh, you need some convincing to take that bag of tricks across the pond. But you guys have been putting pressure on me. You want me to fly the TOLIS again. A lot of the members do. So the TOLIS is coming soon, within a month, I'd like to think. The last time we flew the TOLIS, we left it in pieces in Barcelona after one of our hardest ever landings on a live stream. We flew, I can't remember where from, but we went to Barcelona. Yes, it'd be 5 hours of this. I have a sort of funny relationship with Airbus. I despise them. Oh, I was climbing so. I've literally got my nose full down. Again, I'm no Airbus guy. I hate Airbus. I'm going to skip another Airbus one because I don't like Airbus. Here we go. In an Airbus. Fantastic. Great. Wonderful. It's an Airbus. It shouldn't let me bank over a certain point anyway. Oh no. Go on. Check. Oh! You overstressed the aircraft and caused critical damage. That's it. I'm done. No more Airbus. Right. Let's try the Airbus again. Gosh, the Airbus feels very strange. Come on, bus. I can do Airbus. Look, I'll put it in climb. No. And now it should maintain the speed, shouldn't it? No. Unbelievable. I hate Airbus.
I did not.
Perfect. I thought they were calling Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie then, but it wasn't me there. Fantastic. Great little video, isn't it? Massive thanks to Ian Perez, one of the members who made that there. So yes, it's all in banter though, guys. It's all in jest. We love the Airbus really over here at Flight Deck Sim. I've got some great other streamers. You've got V1 Simulations, 320 Sim Pilot. There's some great Airbus streamers out there.
Okay.
And they sometimes fly their aircraft as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we need some more 737 pilots streaming. Guy Stover says you could watch that 1,000 times. Thanks, man. But yeah, I can't take any credit for that one, I'm afraid. That was one of the members, Ian Perez. Very, very cool. And that was when we streamed the aircraft on streamed Microsoft Flight Simulator just before release. That was really, really awesome. Domino Mosina, are you switching to Kerbal Space Square after landing, trying to launch what you delivered? That's actually a pretty good idea. I won't be today, but I am pondering on doing a KSP stream on the second channel. So guys, if you didn't know, I do have a second YouTube channel called Flight Deck Sim Gaming. I run it with my partner Mariana. She's going to be doing more streams now. She actually has her own PC, so she's been editing and practicing. She's been streaming loads of FPS. I streamed Euro Truck Simulator recently as well, so go check it out. But so it's a little side thing we're doing. This will always be the main channel, and I'll always be predominantly streaming here. But I like to try and get kind of like a stream every week or two done there for you. Awesome. Right, well, approaching Florida. We should be soon setting up here. So the Ortho 4XP will be giving way to the Orbex True Earth scenery, which looks really nice.
Roger.
Arch Turbo, do you know of any European airlines that still fly the 300 or 400? I don't know if Jet2 still have any 3 or 400s flying around.
And number 1 Romeo Charlie, the very nice person in front of you reported break.
Was it? I think is it Baltic? One of the Baltic airlines based in Riga. Air Baltic, do they have classics? I don't know.
Number 1 Romeo Charlie, descend and maintain 5,000.
Lauren, you kind of like the idea of a split stream, deliver something in ETS2 to fly, or fly a space bit to launch the curb, or something fun the next day or so. Yeah, that's been proposed before that we started ETS2, delivering some parts. Flying some parts on a different game, and then driving it on the truck, or delivering it to space on the next. That'd be quite cool. Looks great. Just so worth the time just getting the Ortho for the stream.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Cross Lama at a maintain 12,000, altimeter 29906.
Cross Lama at 2000 and altimeter 29906. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie.
Hey, isn't that kind of like an alpaca?
What did you say? Something about alpaca? I missed that. Right, Llama.
And number 5.
That's going to be really low. I think that's on the arrival, but that's going to leave us super low. Well, we can adjust the profile and fly something slightly different, especially if you're doing the go around. So, Llama 120 or below.
34010.
So if I was offline, I'd actually be flying the full arrival, but this leaves you 70 miles with the full approach. No, hold on, we're not in the NG here. So remember, this is just... oh no, what? Airbus, you don't need to put a /D. Oh no, I don't need to put the B, that's what. There you go, that's just that's the difference. Is I'm hard tuned in the 737 to put the B for below, so you just put it in the box, sorry, 12,000 or below. And remember, there's no pitch mode or anything here that I can select which will follow that, but it will give me a top of descent point based off the A310, but it just gives you a rough idea of where to start the descent, but we'll do a little bit beyond that because obviously this has so much more drag. Look at you guys at no B, 120 only.
Cleared ILS runway 9er right approach.
Cool. So we'll start setting up for this approach now. There we are, look. Just north of Jacksonville, right over the top of Savannah.
November 1, Romeo Charlie, turn left heading 100, vector to a localizer, descend and maintain 3,000.
Very cool. Sweet, let's get the chance.
Charlie is 900, climb at 2,000, runway heading out of Sanford. We'd like the RNAV 27 right, and I can get back with you on the initial fix on that.
And number 7, Charlie, roger, turn your radar contact, turn right heading 360,
so,
climb and maintain 2,000.
What we're going to do is we're going to modify this routing slightly because the RNAV arrival comes in via Comet, and that's the transition. However, we're going to be down at 12,000 feet here before the space landing facility. So what we're going to do is going to go to Biffo, and then when we get to Biffo, I'm not going to go direct to orbit because it's a bit of a steep intercept, so I'm going to kind of sort of maintain a heading, unless we get vectors, that is. If we get vectors, great. But I'm going to go on a heading, and when we're a beam orbit, I'll route direct to that waypoint and aim to be at 4,800 at orbit. These are the only instrument approaches available to the shuttle landing facility at Kennedy Space Center. So yeah, RNAV 33. Where's the runway length here? It's crazy how long this runway is.
November 5, Romeo Jacksonville, Center, roger, climb and maintain 2,000, flight runway heading.
This is very exciting. Look, 15,000 foot runway, massive. So long.
Number 7, Charlie, radar contact lost.
So,
Number 1 Romeo Charlie, descend and maintain 3000.
Descent preparation. So descent preparation, again, check ECAM memo status page for any issues. How are we on the fuel? We've got 12 tons of fuel, which is fine. Our reserves are 7 tons. I'm approaching top of descent here already. So it's another 30 minutes or so.
Number 7 Romeo Lima, call me back in about 2 minutes.
I think we just press status and it would refresh it, but no, all looks good here. Oh yeah, fuel flow 7 tons an hour. It's a little bit higher. I haven't been doing many periodic fuel checks, to be fair, but we should be doing it every 30 minutes. So we're going to be coming in via Ormond Beach. There's Ormond Beach, and then that arrival goes to Lama, and he's already advised us to expect 12,000 feet at Lama, which we put in here as a reminder. So what we need to do is put the green banana at Lama and make sure we're level 12,000. We're then going to go to Jessup, Cosmo, and then Biffo. Biffo, there's also a restriction. It says expect to be at 8,000 feet. Now, because we're going to expect to come straight in, I'm going to put 8,000 feet at Biffo as well. So there we are, Biffo 8,000 feet or below. And that's where the arrival terminates. It says expect radar vectors to final approach course after Biffo. So instead of flying these RNAV waypoints via Comet, Moon's orbit, I'm just going to be around here and have a self-position via orbit. So I'm going to keep going out. 8 orbits, 17 miles away from the threshold there. And then when we get onto that approach, I'm just going to put here an orbit 4,800, which we have, and then SPAX is 1,500, so 1,500, 1,500, that's all checked as well. So I'm gonna level off at 1,500 feet first, because this is an RNAV approach, and at my operator, if we don't have VNAV, which is the same as the A300 Super Transport, we fly approaches like this using vertical speed. Now, if that's the case, if you have minimums LNAV, that's fine, but if you have LNAV VNAV minimums, you cannot use LNAV VNAV minimums unless you use VNAV. We don't have VNAV, so that's fine. We can use LNAV. Now, there's 2 heights here. We have one for local altitude. Just control this so loud, guys, sorry. So, yeah, we're going to, from SPAX, I think that's spaces, I'm not sure what that's meant to be short for, but 1,500 feet, 2 miles before this, I'm going to make sure I'm level, which is what we do at my operator when we fly vertical speed approaches. We're level 2 miles before the final approach fix. We verify we'll have out hold engaged, and then we're going to set, I'm going to set the lowest of the minimums, so it says local altimeter setting. I have the METAR for this airport, so I'm happy to set 540, which is 531. I'm going to put 535 here. Thank you, Spike.
Aliens from Beluga planets say, we need butter.
Oh, thank you, Spike. Very, very much. Aliens from the Beluga planet say we need a butter. I'll see what I can do. We're going to do a low pass and go around on the first approach. But thank you very much for your donation. We'll do what we can for the Beluga aliens. Thank you. Right, so I've rounded up this height here. It's height above the ground, sorry, 531, so I'm on 535 here. Minimum's MDA is going to be 540, which we're going to add 40 feet to, because we don't want to actually get below that height. So we'll call that 580 here. So, 580, 580, we put on the takeoff approach page, don't we? Yeah, 580. This is just information. And then when we get to 2 miles before 1,500 feet, we're going to set 600 feet. So I'm going to round that up. Because we can't set anything lower than 100-foot increments here on the altitude. So we'll set 600 feet. I'm going to use vertical speed. Initially set 1,000 feet per minute. It's going to be very quick. We're only going to be 4.5 miles from the runway, so we're going to set 1,000 feet per minute. We'll be levelling off at the minimums in less than a minute after the final approach fix. So we're going to go down, level off at 600 feet, which is above the minimums. We'll be visual at that point. I'm then going to disconnect everything. We're going to do a low pass, so we're going to be configured gear down with the landing flap 30 and 40 right over the top of the runway. I'll try and do some cool external views. And then when we're over the runway, we'll initiate the standard missed approach. So I'm going to push the little screw here. We'll go around. Now the initial flap setting, I can't find any guidance on. I'll probably initially leave the flaps where they are because it would be the safest option. We'll then raise the landing gear. We're going to climb up initially to flight level 80. We're going to go missile this waypoint here, Bo, called Comet, and then we're going to fly I might fly the full procedural missed approach into another one there. So that's it. That's the approach. We're going to use nav mode and vertical speed to fly this as just like we would at my operator essentially, and configure it correctly as well. Should the decision height be set to 3? Sorry, no. Did you say 535? 353? Many miles shouldn't be set to 535, not 335. Sorry, yeah, 535. I've got my 3s and my 5s modelled up there. You're quite right. 535. My bad. So yeah, I think we wouldn't use decision height usually for an opposition approach, but I think that just makes it trigger a warning here, or the MDA light comes on or something like that. But I'll also set this as a reminder. Look for the MDA. Oh no, didn't want to do that. That's standard. It was that one. So 540 we're going to put here on our little yellow bug. There we are, but we're going to level off at 600. Awesome, so that's the approach. Runway is huge, and there's one stand. So depending on what that other aircraft is, I know there's someone else going to the Kennedy Space Center. I think when I get on the approach, unless there's radar, I might log off just to do the fly past. I'm sure they'll approve it. But yeah, when we do land here eventually, we runway 33, brakes to low. Yeah, it's got a 15,000 foot runway. We'll probably stop here with brakes low, 180 backtrack, and then we'll taxi onto the stand to unload the Columbus module. That's it. Such a whopping great big runway. Yeah, looking forward to this one, especially doing the low pass and go around. That's going to be quite fun to manage. Listen, remember when doing the go around, manually throttle up, then push toga. Auto throttle is slow. I remember listing it. Can you remember when we were in the Beluga and we did that go around because we weren't visual, because Active Sky was doing its thing, and I just pushed the toga button, and we very nearly became a cropper because the auto throttle is very slow to spool up. So yeah, thank you very much. Probably in the heat of the moment, list them in. I'll forget because I'll be super busy. But there we go. We're all brief there. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. I'll do my best to answer them. It's gone very quiet on ATC here. Did I turn that down a bit too low?
1592, runway 36.
I think I might
Bravo 5, Charlie, Bravo 10.
I think I might have accidentally turned it down too low. I didn't mean to. Very cool.
Alaska 760,
Speedy, just tuned in. Why is he going to do a go around? Because we're at the Kerbal Space Center. Did I just say that? We're at the Kennedy Space Center, and it'd be quite cool to do a low pass and go around because someone suggested it and I asked chat and everyone. It was a unanimous decision. Jarzo said, just a question, why are you called Alpaca? Is there a reason behind it, or is it just random? There is a reason behind it. My partner and I, Mariano, we went alpaca walking, and the members thought that would be, one of the members suggested that would be a great name for a virtual airline, and then Alpaca Airways was born.
Squawk 1067, American 455.
Adam Bailey, why does it say India above the SIDS on the FMS? So this was one of the transitions you could select here. I'm guessing it just goes via India at 14,000 feet to Comet, but our star actually terminates to the north here at Biffo, if you see here geographically where it is. It's about here, so it's a bit too much of a sharp turn, so I think traffic coming in from the west, procedurally, would go from India to Comet, 14,000 feet, and then join the arrival. But for us, we're coming in this direction, it doesn't really work. I'll see what he says afterwards. Hopefully we'll get vectors. If not, we'll fly the transition. Timmy Fikeli, when do we land? We'll be landing in about 30 minutes from now. And what we're going to do is landing performance as well. So again, very important in the Beluga. Don't forget these speeds are based off the 310. You need to use the landing placard here, and this updates automatically for us. So we will be using 30-40. Initial approach speed is going to be 1363 ref 131. The wind today is weather's really nice in Kennedy Space Center. We'll double check though.
Alaska 760.
There we are. Ooh, a bit windy though, 36011 gusting 16, so a little bit of crosswinds from the right. 10 statute miles clear, 21 degrees, really nice. 299.6 the altimeter, but 299.7 in the Kennedy Space Center. Very good.
Number 1 Romeo Charlie, taxi straight ahead into the Atlantic.
Louis wants a flyby view.
No problem.
There you go.
And Alaska 760, Jax. Alaska 760, go ahead.
Flaps on flop stay. Full landing flop stay, Nelly. These are slow speeds to the cruise. Well, you should probably just see Corwin Tipper. We can't really go much faster. MMO and the Beluga's decimal 70.
Shuttle 5847, clear direct crest view, Charlie Echo Whiskey.
Cool, so approaching our top of descent point here. Remember, we're going to just delay that slightly. And we're going to use level change initially. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a whale.
Number 7 Romeo Lima, right Alpha, taxi runway 36 left, taxi by Alpha Bravo 10.
Now remind me, I'm going to confirm with ATC. He did earlier say expect 12. He did say 12,000 by Llama. In the US, I'm pretty certain that means you can go down whenever you wish, but I'm going to confirm we can descend because that's what we do in Europe. Never be told, be specifically cleared. Lauren, with this longer runway, would we want minimal landing flaps? You could probably use the other flap setting here of, I think it's 2030, and there's a little switch here to stop any spurious landing. So I'm not familiar with the Beluga or the A300. There is a switch. Where is it? There it is. GPWS landing slap 1520. I'm just going to go with 3040 because that's the sort of landing flap you can use, but I don't know when they'd actually use the other flap setting. Probably on this one they could get away with that, absolutely, but I'll use full landing there. Matt Haynes, can we see delivery please? Only just got in from work, missed it.
55 Romeo,
Absolutely, yeah, this is Jamlin's masterful work. I'll do our little stapler view. Philippe says you can go down whenever you want, just report vacating flight level. Pilot's a bit that cool when the frequency is busy. Okay. But what I might do is just say that before leaving, just in case. Polcaster, about landing flaps, would you ever use flap 15 and 737 for landing with 2 working engines? Yes, there are some situations, non-normal situations that my operator we'd use. For example, loss of system B hydraulics. We don't want to retract the flaps beyond 15, so we'd use flap 15 as well. Airspeed unreliable, I think we land with flap 15 off the top of my head. There are some situations with 2 engines. Normal approach though, no, we wouldn't use flap 15. I have a funny feeling there is an operator in South America that does, but I don't know. And it's to do with go-arounds because they need flap 15 in case they have a missed approach for their climb gradient, and I think it's like a high density altitude airport. But I really, something's in the back of my head about that. But my operator, no, we only use 30 or 40, normal configuration. Alan, that was a cool livery. Did you find the Greg's one? But seems to have disappeared. That's such a shame. I did see the Greg's. And someone had put, I don't know if it was Photoshop, but someone had the giant sausage roll in the cargo hold. It was amazing.
W1592, radar contact, clear
Alex says using a lower flap setting help with saving fuel. It's negligible, but it's a little bit easier to land with flap 30 in the 737. And also, over time, it's more wear and tear on the flap parts as well. But flap 40 we still use routinely and on shorter runways.
Roger. It's a sweet. Alpaca 22 Golf, expect the RNAV runway 33 approach. RNAV 33 approach, 22.
That's our colleague going in as well. Beautiful. Right, I think we've just passed our A310 generator top of descent point here, so if you go to the progress page you might be able to see, I think you might have to initiate descent, but you get a little profile guidance I think. But we'll request descent now, and then we'll just use vertical speed to essentially place the estimated altitude of 12,000 feet at the restriction there. Oh yeah, I can descend at my own discretion, can't I? Jacksonville, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, just confirm we cleared to descend to be level 12,000 at Llama.
Yes, that's the restriction. Yes, you get to 12,000.
Thank you. Perfect. That's just me confirming ATC. Right, vertical speeds. Let's start going down Top of sense chat, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll aim to put it just before Llama. And down we go. Adam Bailey, I'm a student paramedic and wondered how many medical emergencies cause unplanned landings or diversions. Excellent question. I'd say on average, Adam, actual medical emergencies, not full-on emergencies, but I probably should say 2 or 3 times in a year we'll have a passenger that's unwell, requiring treatment from the cabin crew, whether it's therapeutic oxygen or something that's required from them. Diversions from medical emergencies are pretty rare. Maybe on average once every 2 years. I've been close to diverting, but we actually had a doctor on board who said, look, he'll be okay, we'll continue to destination, but he will need medical assistance on landing. We were only about 45 minutes from our destination, so we did carry on.
Number 7 Charlie,
so yeah, that's the most exciting overall I've had. But I'd say on average, an actual diversion due to medical emergency, probably once every 2 or 3 years. Having said that, I've done one as a captain for sure. As an
number 7 Charlie Charlie, the wind is showing 36014, gusting 20 now if you want to circle to 36.
That's me. No, I've had a medical emergency when I was an FO, but we were already on the approach. We advised
Roger, circle east of the field to enter a right downwind for runway 36 by circling.
Okay, circle east for the right downwind.
Cool. So we're going to convert now to indicated, mode 280. Andy, what's the thought process behind it as a captain? If so, very good question, Andy. For diversion for disruptive passengers. Now, diverting an aircraft due to disruptive passengers is a big call to make. A very big call, because obviously the knock-on effect is going to be huge for the airline. But if any passenger was physically violent or was causing distress to the crew or passengers, then that would be in consideration. Thankfully, we know that's very rare. That would be the worst case if it escalated that far. I've had to have passengers arrested on arrival once because one was smoking once. But yeah, they're again very rare, very rare these events. So you have this vertical deviation here, which is if you were in the 300 or 310, you could use profile mode and it would follow that. But the Super Transporter doesn't have it, but you can still use it as guidance. Just bear in mind that profile's based off of 310, so if I followed that exactly, the thrust would come up because of the drag. So we'll modify it slightly. But you just use vertical speed in this aircraft.
Number 314,
Where's my phone? I want to see the traffic situation here. It could be interesting.
Clear to the Jacksonville Airport.
I thought you could smoke an alpaca air. I said, "Boy, boy." I hear you can. We don't mind.
Charlie Charlie, turn it down 136.
Yeah, I mean the good old days, no problem at all.
Charlie Charlie, you are awesome. Runway 36, clear to land.
So I can see one aircraft ahead. That's our colleague 22 Golf.
7 Romeo Lima, your radar contact
Going
clear direct
into
Ocala, climb and maintain
Kennedy Space
6,000,
Center.
stay out.
We're going to go around anyway after the first one. There's 200s.
Jacksonville Center, American A300.
So we've done everything. We've discussed the performance, we've discussed the briefing, how we're going to fly it. It's all good.
Squawk 1063.
Louis, I'm a doctor. They moved me to first class, gave me a bottle of champagne flying
Number 314,
over the Atlantic after taking care of a sick patient, probably because I said we don't need to divert. Oh well, I mean, Louis, if a doctor told me that straight away, then yeah, absolutely, I'm going to go off his advice. I'm not going to override someone that says that a doctor says, yeah, he needs a hospital if he needs it, it's urgent. Absolutely. Then I'll write that in the report. The doctor said it's life-threatening. He needs to be diverted.
Squawk 1015.
A little bit cloudy here, to say no significant clouding in Kennedy, but hopefully it'll clear up a little bit because we're not enjoying the beautiful view over the Florida coastline.
Station 314, be back correct.
Hi Swifty, hope you're doing well, buddy.
Alpaca 22 Golf, descend and maintain.
Ah, look, there's a little bit of the coastline as the weather
and turn left
reloads.
heading 50.
Oh look, we've got a little bit of severe weather here on the weather radar, look. Doesn't look that bad. That would be something like that. You'd expect a whopping great big CB or something of the like on the left there, but nope.
It depends how much
It's
fuel
okay.
you get. Number 5 Romeo cross runway 13 at Echo 4, join all.
I mean, do they always have a doctor on board? No, we just got to. It's luck of the draw. It's just luck of the draw. If there's no doctor on board, then again, we've got to rely on the cabin crew who are trained to recognise, serious issues, and then we can actually relay that information to ATC. But yeah, so doctor or nurse is not always on board, so we have to make that call ourselves. Right, we'll set the QNH. We'll pass the transition altitude. So 29 at 9 at 6.
American 282, radar contact, 29 miles south of the Rossi intersection.
At least with cabin crew heroes, they have a tough job as well. But, I've been going out with one for 8 years. She's no here. So there we are. So yeah, this descent management is not too difficult. You can use the estimated descent point based off the A310. You can just place the, well, it's yellow, it's green at the 7.3, but you can just place the banana just before it. Just make sure you're level.
Alright, we'll leave it at that. Cruise ready for taxi. Citation 314, do you have the
Fuel-wise, we're good, 10 tons. It's about
coming into Echo?
endurance of at least an hour and 20 minutes, so that allows us to do a nice little go around. So guys, if you have just tuned in, welcome to the stream.
Okay.
We're just in descent to the Kennedy Space Centre in the A300 Super Transporter. We're going to be flying the RNAV approach RNAV 33. We're going to do a low approach and go around as requested by chat. As realistically as possible, and then we're going to fly the missed approach for the RNAV approach for approach number 2.
Could you change approved American 455, thanks?
Right, so
Alpaca 22 Golf, turn right 5 degrees.
right, so if I have a medical emergency on board, it's death, accept it. Well, not necessarily, it's a bit harsh. But no, the crew are trained to resuscitate, they have to be first aid trained, so I'd like to think you're in very good hands if you had any serious problems. Andy says, nice to see Jim offers suspension. Apparently when he was told that he would be flying the whale, he called Waters expert. Let's be late, behave yourself. Rate Shaki, hi Captain, I have difficulty talking of ATC. Is there any way to learn ATC comms? Well, in the UK we have a document called the CAT 413, which is kind of like the standard RT between pilot and controller. That's what I'd first recommend looking at. But yeah, watch these streams. Some great tutorials online. Is there a YouTube channel called Aviation Pro, which is all based around VATSIM and stuff. I'd recognise that. I'd recommend that. Guess the mystery and unnecessary go around in the Beluga. What is this, an air show? I thought we're on VATSIM. We are on VATSIM. We're going to request it. And lots of airlines do low approaches and go arounds. Not with passengers on routinely, but it'll be quite nice to try that today. David, is there a defib on board, and if so, does it interfere with instruments? There are defibrillators fitted to our fleet now, yes, and no, it doesn't interfere with the instruments. There we are. We're at altitude 12,000 feet. And on their arrival, we made that restriction. Next is Jessup Cosmo Biffo, and we'll see what AT gives us.
Who's calling for clearance?
Negative American.
Oh yeah, unfortunately there's no fix to these flickering clouds, I'm afraid. It's just the graphics card.
Alpaca 22 Golf, descend and maintain 4,000. 4,000.
But I'll ask the controller if I could do a low approach and go around, and then the standard missed approach. I'm sure he won't mind. He's got traffic to deal with. I think if he keeps us on the standard missed approach, he won't mind.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, depart Lama, on a 160 heading.
After Llama heading 160 degrees, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. So we're going to get
American
vectors.
827, radar contact 28 miles west of the Ormond Beach.
Preset that heading.
Flight level 380, welcome aboard.
Cool, I've got all the checklists in front of me. Perfect. We also have here the checklist here, although it's very basic, but it is useful.
American 282 Jackson.
Okay, sir. I can't right now.
What can I say, did he say? Hi Bernie, hope you're doing well.
Okay, so you want to climb to 320 now? Roger, climb and maintain flight level 320.
And there's Llama, so he wants us on the heading. I was too busy looking at chat there. So Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. It was after Llama heading 160.
Yeah, so turn left heading 160 now.
Heading 160 degrees, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Cool, I was too busy looking at chat there. So, what should we put direct to? Let's put direct to orbit. That's the most likely. We're heading off in that direction there. That's going to tidy up the FMS there. Oh, insert, there we are. Cool. And then we can just build off that as we fly along. Looks like we'll need to descend soon as well. You can see our vertical deviation's falling below us. Oh no, sorry, it's catching up. I was going to say, yeah, we're quite far out still. Track mile wise, 60 miles. Yeah, so we'll descend imminently. Cool. So on the vectors now for the RNAV.
Okay, stand by. I'll send it again.
Valerio says, is that an Airbus cockpit? Looks ancient. Yes, this is the first Airbus. It's, the A310's Beluga. Everyone keeps forgetting I'm in this massive beast
30,
here.
20.
Oh my, Andy, that's a huge donation. Thanks for the 50 quid, buddy. My goodness.
Hi boss, home just in time to watch the arrival. The iniBuilds Beluga is an amazing
So maintain
aircraft.
6,000
I'd like to sponsor a giveaway for anyone who would like it but cannot afford it.
That's very kind.
Plus a bit extra for treats for Jack. Safe landing, make it a butter.
That's very, very kind, Andy. Thank you very much for your generous donation. Just in time to watch the arrival. iniBuilds Beluga is an amazing aircraft. I'd like to sponsor a giveaway for anyone who would like it but can't afford it. Plus a bit extra for treats for Jack. Safe landing, making a butter. Andy, your wish is my command. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy's very kindly donated £50 and he wants me to do a giveaway, and I'm more than happy to do that. That's very, very kind. So massive thank you to Andy, M71. That's unbelievably generous. So this is Andy, not me who's doing this. I tried to do giveaways. Well, I say try to. I do giveaways about once every 2 weeks as well. So very, very well, Andy. Your donation will go towards a giveaway. We'll do that straight away. Very, very cool. Aren't you guys lucky?
Delta 1025, Jackson.
It's not bad, I know. Very, very kind of him.
5 Delta 1025. Delta 1025, radar
Right,
contact 15 miles north of
I'll make it a random one this time. So, well, no, actually, I can't do random. Not everyone here has the Beluga or X11, so I'll have to do a little thing in the text box.
11,000.
That's amazing.
11,000.
I better change the pin tier. Anyone that's
22 Golf, heavy descent and maintain 2,000.
hold on here. Beluga giveaway sponsored.
November 3145,
That's very
runway
kind.
heading
Thank you,
runway
man. Thanks,
25, clear for takeoff. The wind is 34010.
End of the stream.
Alpaca 20
50,
Golf, turn
40,
left heading
30,
09
20.
Right, I've done that one for Andy. Thank you very much to Mark. Oh my goodness, another one. What's going on?
One is boring, so how about another one and more treats for Jack? Slightly smiling face.
Okay, we're going to do 2 giveaways then, Martin. Thank you very much as well. My goodness me. Now, Martin Mosini, thank you very much for 50 duration. I'm going to do 2 giveaways. Now, I'm just going to say something here. That's very, very kind, Martin, but just something to bear in mind. If you do donate via Super Chat, I'm going to cover the difference today. If you donate via Super Chat, YouTube's going to take 30% of that, and then I have to pay tax on top of that as well. But no problem, I'm going to cover the difference today. But that's very, very kind, Martin. Thank you so much for another donation. I can't put everyone down there. Do two. Do two, though. But yeah, don't always go not do it via Super Chat, do it via the Streamlabs one if you want to sponsor those giveaways. Because YouTube will be taking, what was that, £15 of that. But very, very kind regardless, thank you. We'll do two, Awesome. You guys are being spoiled rotten. Absolutely incredible, thank you. Anthony says I'll chip in and give away a copy of the Zebobot. Brilliant.
American 765.
Very, very kind.
ILS runway 35, left approach.
Hooray to Martin and Andy, boo to YouTube. Don't worry, I'll cover the cost for that today, but no problem at all. That's more than generous from both of them. Thanks, guys.
Citation 314,
Cool.
radar contact.
Right,
Right
I've been so distracted there, and on that note, I'll mute it. There we are.
Alaska 760, where are you parking
post-cruise
today?
check, so fuel,
Gate
lights. Let's take off
Roger,
if your pressurization is
ILS
all
runway
good in the green
35,
set,
left approach.
and shit's complete.
ILS
There's no misses on
35.
the UCAM. Perfect. So 250 knots, and on the way descending here. Ollie, why don't YouTube take 30%? How do you think they make all their money? Right, here's one of the many airports around Kennedy Space Center.
15,000, clear direct whisper.
We'll keep on going down, and then we're going to update direct to orbits here. But this position is really nice. 7,800 feet, 6,000 feet.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend, maintain 3,000. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. 3,000 feet set. We're going to speed back to around 230.
Air Canada 971,
Turn
climb
that
and
music
maintain
off.
flight level 330.
Ortho here looks amazing. This is Orbex True Earth, though, bear in mind, but Ortho does look just as good.
Alaska
But it is
760,
really nice down here.
Par Andro on a 090 heading back
What a
to
shot
the
that
ILS.
is. Congratulations for your year as a member, Andy. Thank you very much. Not only as a year as a member, you've now donated to the to these people. So yeah, Andy M71, and I need to make a note that Martin has also given away another
Air
copy as
Shuttle
well. That's
5847,
really.
leaving my airspace
So what I'll
to the west,
do,
eastern offline, ready for the
for the giveaways, I'll contact
American 282,
I'll
leaving my airspace to the
contact
west, eastern offline, ready for the
iniBuilds to see if they can get a code or something, and I'll transfer the cost there. It's probably the easiest way. Or if you have PayPal, I can cover the cost as well. It all came as a bit of a surprise, so the best way is to get a voucher, and I'll give it directly to iniBuilds.
American
That's why I usually like to plan them sort of ahead of
900,000, speed 220 knots.
But all good. Looking good though, 6,000 feet downwind, looking nice. And we're going quite far out here. Remember, there's no DME, it's an RNAV approach here. We're using the
Alpaca
FMS.
22 Golf, runway 34, clear to land. The wind 010 and 9er, gusting 16.
So that's the Beluga ahead of us landing in Kennedy Space Center.
American 765, descend and maintain
Good.
900,000. Once you're at 900,000, the speed 220.
Just that final approach, again, I don't think that makes any difference in the Beluga. Like we're doing 300, 310, but we've selected it anyway. Keep it coming down. Look at everyone's discussion about
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, turn left heading 100, descend and maintain 2,000.
left 100 degrees, descend and maintain 2,000 feet, up back 5 Kilo Charlie. So 2,000 feet set, heading to 100. Progress. So it shows we're very low, but we've got miles
Alaska
to go.
760, descend and maintain 5,000. 5,000 last business.
So total air temperature is 18 degrees, we don't need engine anti-ice. And we'll, when we get on final, we're going to request the low pass and go around with the controller. So just show you where we are. There we go. Damn you, clouds! I know. We'll have a nice view on final. Don't worry. Awesome. Anthony, have you requested a flyby? And you've just seen, yes, I answered you. I saw it coming. Yeah.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, turn left heading 010.
Left heading 010 degrees, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, cross pace at or above 1,500, clear RNAV runway 34. Following, actually company just landed, your number 1 now.
Pass space at above 1,500 feet, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Have a request as well.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, roger. Clear RNAV runway 34 on save request.
Good RNAV 34. We'd like to request low pass go around Kennedy Space Center straight to the standard missed approach via missile and Merkel then Comet.
Okay, so you wanna do a low approach and then go missed and publish?
Correct.
Roger, you can expect that.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Awesome. So we're going to do low pass and go around, and ATC is going to allow for that too. So what I'm going to do is route direct to the final approach fix as soon as I'm level here. Now my operator, we wouldn't usually route direct to the final approach fix. We could extend the centre line and use a lateral mode. We're going to do it slightly differently here. Now capacity is increasing a little bit there, so let's start it going down vertical speed. Direct to space, insert, and engage nav mode. Select Nature flops now, and we're going to bug 200 knots. And we're being cleared our nav approach, so I'm going to descend to 1,500 feet initially.
I got 22 go. Yep, continue your taxi.
And I just want to get that, make sure we're level at 1,500 feet, nice and early before space. And we can select another notch of flaps just about though. I'm just going to use a bit of speed brake there. Bring our speed back to 180.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, runway 34, clear low approach at or above 200.
Cleared low approach and go around not below 200, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Very cool, so just bring...
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, on the mist, flight to publish mid.
Publish missed approach, thank you, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. So, missed approach is in the FMS, so we'll use nav mode when we initiate the go around. I'm descending now to the platform altitude of 1,500 feet, so you can see it's depicted at orbit level at 1,500. And we'll start descending at 4.5 miles.
You might be a bit high there. If that's the
there
case, you can
is.
expect vectors across the localizer.
There's the space center, there's the runway. Oh yeah, offset. I didn't even mention it. Doesn't say it on the chart, but you can see, look, it is offset, and that is depicted here. 1,500 feet's coming up.
American 765, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000.
We're just going to keep it descending, approaching 1,500.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie Heavy. Are you looking to do a lap on the hold, or you just want vectors back?
Standard missed approach is fine. Once we're at 8,000 feet, if you could give us vectors, that'd be great. Otherwise, I don't mind flying the procedural approach back in. Up to you.
Okay, for now we'll plan on you flying the missed approach, and then I'll have probably direct moves for you.
Sounds good. I'll back 5 Kilo Chair. Thanks a lot for this. Cool, so level at 15.
For now, fly the missed approach, hold that comment as published.
Missed approach, hold comment, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. So, 1,500 feet, we're just waiting until we get to the final approach fix, which is 1 mile away. I'm going to configure now, gear down, and select the next landing flap setting. I'm going to bug for UREF plus 5, which is 135 knots, 134. We're just waiting for right until we're over the waypoint. I'm going to select the minimums, plus 100 feet, round it up, 600 feet. There's the final approach fix. So we're going to select vertical speed, 1,000 initially, just to get the aircraft going down. And you've got some height checks, well not height checks, but you can see, look, it gives you target rates of descents to maintain. Look, we're doing a ground speed of 136 knots, call it 140. What are we doing? 745 feet per minute. Why are we not descending though? There we are, vertical speed, bit late descending. We'll just crank it up to 1,000. Doesn't matter though, because we're going to be going down to the MD8. We're going to level off at the MD8 and then do the lower approach and go around. Very cool. speed brakes, you're right, I forgot to reselect them, but they are armed. Landing checklist then, start switches, we don't have recalls checked. Speed brakes armed, landing gear down, 3 green, landing flap is selected, we're at our VREF, and we're going to go down to the MDA, and then we'll do our low approach and go around. Now to go around, we're going to push the advanced thrust levers first, and then I'm going to push the toga button, verify, go around and chase, so we're going to go up to 8,000. The only thing is we've got to set the missed approach altitude of 8,000 feet, which we'll do when we level off at 600 feet. Just going to utilise the automation at the moment.
Wind 611, now you're facing Bravo 7 there.
So there's out, just going to wait until it levels off, and then we'll set the missed approach altitude.
Bravo 7, Charlie.
And here comes 8,000 feet for the mist. Oh, fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Got to do this, otherwise the way around won't work. Right, let's disconnect. We'll do a little hand-flown low approach going. So I'm not going to go around straight away. I'm just going to maintain the MDA, the minimums. And there we are. There is Kennedy Space Center. I'll try and do a little tower view as well. Just ignore the flight directors for now because they are commanding the approach. In fact, what I'm going to do is match heading, which I forgot to do. I'm going to gauge heading select as well. So I'm just following the flight directors. That's the, just at the MDA. I could have gone a little bit lower, but at least we're above the correct height for this for the approach. Look how long this runway is. Should I do a little tower view? I'll try. There we are. Oh, super cool. So quiet. So peaceful. Right, well there you go. Not a super low approach, but still maintain the MDA. All looking good. Right, let's initiate the missed approach then. I'm going to disconnect the auto throttle. Set go around thrust. No, not that button, is it? There we are. There we are. So go around. And we'll select one flap up. There we are. Raise the landing gear. Pause ready to climb. And we'll go around and out armed.
Roger,
So missed approach.
ILS runway 36, right approach from trap.
And we'll engage. Ooh, no, I didn't want to be in heading. So I want to be in nav. There we are. I want to follow the standard missed approach.
No problem.
We'll take another flap setting here. That's my fault. There we are.
And Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie radar contact, say altitude pass.
Passing 2,000 feet for 8,000 feet standard missed approach. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, thank you.
And I'll select another Natcher flops. So it looks like the aircraft, I wonder what it's commanding here. What I'm going to do now is select 230 knots and then level change.
314, descend maintain 10,000, the Jacksonville altimeter 3004.
Looks like it's commanding a set speed, but if I go level change now, it's going to go out and go around, and that's going to pitch down to accelerate.
Delta 1025, what would you be
We'll select flaps up.
Airside number 1, Delta 1025.
Got 8 tons of fuel. Disarm the speed
approach.
brake. And we'll engage the autopilot. There we are. That was the go around. Pretty nice. Just tuned in another missed approach note. This was the low pass and go around as planned. Really happy with how it went. It's quite easy to manage the Beluga, to be fair. And he wants us to actually hold at. Did he say hold a comet or orbit? I think he said. Well, we're going to fly the standard mist now. Really nice. Select vertical speed. Oh, it's already in outer quiet because we're climbing up like a bat on a
5 Kilo Charlie, depart Comet, direct moon.
After Comet, route direct to Moons, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. Cool. So
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, no hold necessary at a Comet.
understood. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. We'll go Comet Moons. Excellent. So 8,000 feet and after takeoff checklist. So gears up and off. I just see someone in chat saying we should be in toga, so we'll go back to climb because we're not going to be kind of levelling off there. There's 8,000 feet. We need to now reselect the approach in the FMS. We're just going to wait until I get past that waypoint there. Very, very nice. Peter Walsh donated £50. Let's make it a trio of giveaways just for the fun of it. Oh my goodness me. I'm doing 3 giveaways. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to play it now because the alerts are muted. Here it comes, Peter Walsh. Here we go.
50, 40, 30, 20,
Unbelievable.
10.
Oh, Peter Walsh, I'm so sorry I missed that.
Let's make it a trio of giveaways just for the fun of it.
Oh my goodness me, that is unbelievable. Peter Walsh has just sponsored another giveaway. 3 giveways. Unbelievable. Martin Mosinci, Andy M71 and Peter Walsh, they're all that is so generous, guys. Thank you so much, and appreciated via Streamlabs support. I don't think Martin knew, but so yeah, that's much better because I only pay a minimal fee, just tax on that, so that is that will cover the cost for everything. Thank you very much, appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you. More iniBuilds simulations will be very happy. Right, I'll put the abuse alerts back on there. Thank you very much for all your generosity, guys, and that's no thanks to me, guys. These are followers of the channel who are giving away something for you on their behalf. So massive thank you to these guys. You know, Andy M71, who's a member of the channel, Peter Walsh as well, I believe. Yeah, please you are, and Martin, I think you are as well. So this is the generosity of these guys using my platform to do these giveaways. I can't believe it. Very, very kind. We're going to do all 3 afterwards. I'll roll them randomly. I'll try and think of a little keyword to use as well, and we can do that whilst we're unloading the parts there. That's really kind.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie at Moose, actually cross Moose at or above 4,800 at Moose clear RNAV runway 33 approach.
After Moon's pass above 4,800 feet or above, and after Moon's cleared RNAV 33, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. It's nice control, he's giving me
198,
linear for crash state. So yeah, we need to select the approach here, guys. So flight plan. That's interesting. End of flight plan. Now, how do I reselect the approach? Might have to just go for heading here for a second because we're about to leave the waypoint here at Comet. So I'm just going to preset heading of 169 just because when we get here, I'm not sure what it's going to do here. So we're pretty much at Comet. So I'm going to go heading select. That's not taking into account any wind. We go 167, which will take into account that crossing from the left. Now I need to work out to reselect the approach in the FMS here. So flight plan in it, I might have to re-put it here in this page. In it, so KTTS. Oh, how do I put it in here? How do we do this? I don't know. Oh my goodness, not another one. Guys!
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, would you rather do the visual approach?
Stand by, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. I might just get him to...
let me know.
Just going to start going to 4,800. Guys, it's very kind again. Please try not to do it via Super Chat though, because it's like that all that money doesn't go to iniBuilds, you know. I'll cover the cost for it, of course, but thank you again, Many Miles One. Very, very kind. But if you wish to do giveaways, I would ask you to do it via Streamlabs. Streamlabs is very kind though. I will do that for you guys. Thank you. Right, vertical speed. Thank you, Many Miles One. Who's just come in with another one. 4 giveaways. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, we're going to go for visual, just simply because I have no idea how to reselect this in the approach here. Let me reselect an alternate. And this is where the workload really increases because obviously I'm unfamiliar with this aircraft. We didn't plan for this. Maybe if I select it as an alternate, I can then reselect it here. Star, RNAV 33.
American 1535, depart Bremen, direct tram.
Direct to Moons. Now, why is it not coming up there, I wonder? That's really interesting. I kind of...
International information, Echo now, current wind 34014, gusty 21, altimeter 299er4.
I know why, because I need to select that transition, I think. Take off approach. And I think it's because it's the alternate, so I've got to bring up the alternate somehow. if I press direct, it won't come up with any of the waypoints. Whoops, if I put orbit. OR.
American 6022, you need to recharge. You're above Orlando at flight level 250.
Is it like that?
About 17,000 feet too high.
I'll just request visual. I'm just going to request visual, guys, and that's more the not being able to do it. So I'm just going to turn here as if we're flying the ILM approach, and we're going to request a visual.
Alright, clear direct.
A bit of a stutter. Please don't crash on me.
American 1535, descend and maintain 5,000.
Bismarck. Bismarck, thank you very much
American
for the $20.
1622.
Thank you very much, Bismarck. He's covering the cost from YouTube. Well, they're going to take 30%, and then tax will be another 20 on something. So thank you very much. Very, very kind. Oh, my, you guys are crazy. Absolutely crazy, all of you. Yeah, this is me being unfamiliar here. We obviously flown the standard missed approach, but how to reselect the approach in the FMS, I'm not sure. And this is because I haven't planned for that. I planned it, I've done the research to find out. But we're kind of winging at the moment via orbit. I really would like to know, but we'll do it visual. I've got all the routing here, but how do I get this into the flight plan? End of flight plan. Not allowed.
Got 5 Kilo Charlie Airport is up your right wing in about 20 miles. Let me know if you have it inside.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. We're looking, and yes, we'd like after orbit to request visual approach.
Okay, turn right heading 310, descend and maintain 3,000.
Right at 310 degrees, and descend maintain 3,000. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie.
American
It's going to be busy, right? It's
ILS runway 35.
well, look, I've got it in dashed lines here. I tried direct to. I've tried that. Look, if you select direct to, none of the well, it has some of the waypoints there, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go visual. I'm going to look out the runway, look out for the runway, and I'll judge my height using vertical speed. We'll be ground. Very cool.
Heading 300, descend and maintain 6,000.
I don't know what to say for all you guys like who just donated here for giveaways for other people. Unbelievable! I've never seen that before. Too kind. Well, 4 Belugas to give away.
Didn't hear a word you said. Stand by.
Flight plan page, right click on the comment and then new destination. It doesn't matter, Chris, I'm sure it'd work, but now, guys, I'm just going to concentrate on the visual. So I start going heads down now, workload's going to get too high.
And number 1 Bravo Golf one more time.
And with ATC as well. But visual's cool. Yeah, don't worry about the suggestions, guys. I'm not going to be looking down. I just want to get on, keep descending at this stage. Visual. We're on the vectors at the moment, the radar control. Unfortunately, we're in the cloud now for the visual, but bring the speed back to 180.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie Airport up here, probably 1 o'clock in about 15 miles.
Still looking at Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, just currently IMC.
Roger.
Cool, hopefully this will get us below the clouds.
22, turn right heading 180. An American 1622, descend and maintain 5,000.
Perfect, right, there's 3,000. Oh, I'm going to be IMC. What's the cloud base here? Request further descent, so hopefully we'll dip below it.
188, runway 36 right, clear to land.
Otherwise we're going around again.
American 1535.
It's a radar descent minimum, but we need to keep going.
Reduced to approach at speed, runway 3.
The visual is cool, as long as you can see the airport, absolutely.
Following clear wind to the 3.5 mile final.
Oh, look. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, just need further descent, Mr. IMC.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, yep, descend and maintain 1,500, then field 2 o'clock in 12 miles.
Descent 1,500, thanks, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. This will do it.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, turn right heading 330.
Right at 330 degrees, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. That's
Delta
what we wanted.
And
field's in sight, look at that. It's worked out perfectly. Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie airfield in sight.
Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie, clear visual approach runway 33.
Clear visual approach runway 33, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. So now we've been cleared a visual approach. I am free to navigate the aircraft as I wish. I'm now, as soon as you've cleared for the visual, you're completely responsible for terrain clearance here. Now, obviously in Kennedy Space Centre, they're going to have probably quite strict requirements about where you go. It's probably the reason why it's offset, so I'm just manipulating heading and altitude now to position the aircraft towards the runway here. And look, you can see here, also looking out the window of the automation, all these rocket launching sites here, absolutely awesome. It's all Orbex you have, thanks to, there's the, that's what the old shuttle building is. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go visual. We'll disconnect everything shortly. Start configuring now. You know.
Charleston altimeter is 3002, runway 33.
Speed brake, order brake too low. UV ref, what's our fuels? Yeah, getting down to our last hour's worth of fuel here. V approach is 139, so we'll go 140. We'll select the landing flap. Very, very cool. So if I have to go around now, we'd have to use heading select because we don't have the missed approach coded here. So, landing checklist. Recall, nothing here apart from landing lights extended, order brakes set, speed brakes armed. We're on our final approach speed, 140 knots. Checks complete. Right, should we do it, guys? Let's disconnect. So that's disconnected. Getting rid of the auto throttle as well. My aeroplane, and we'll turn the flight directors off as well because that guidance is no good. And we're clear to land. So, visual approaches are a little bit low here looking at that picture. So I'm going to pitch up slightly now, just do around 500 feet per minute. Distance probably about 5 miles away, so we want to be at around 1500, 1600 feet. So I just should have perhaps shied that rate of descent off a little bit early, so I'm actually going to level off. It's just about getting that picture of what looks like 3 degrees. I don't think there's any pappies here. Maintaining 140 knots, which are our final approach speeds.
Okay, Jacksonville Tower is online, call us. Number 314, descend on take 2000.
That's looking nice, the profile there, so I'm just going to start a very gentle descent.
November 1 Bravo.
Wind's coming from the right there, 0179, looking good. So just maintain 140 knots. Now we'll start going around 500 feet per minute on the extended centre line.
5 Kilo Charlie, runway 33, clear to land.
Runway 33, clear to land, Alpaca 5 Kilo Charlie. So landing check is complete. I'm just going to keep that picture, keep the runway roughly in the same place as the windscreen, all the way down. Oh look, there's a train now below that.
On your right wing there, I'm just waiting to turn you behind them.
Looking amazing. Glide in for extra credit. Yeah, this is not an aircraft we want an engine failure. We don't want an engine failure in any aircraft, but look at the N1, it's very high to maintain our final approach speed here.
70, descend and maintain 4000.
Looking nice. Around 500, 600, 700 feet per minute. That picture looks around 3 degrees. Here we've got a huge long runway, so if we land a little bit long, it's not going to be the end of the world. See the speed changing, a little bit of change in the wind direction.
Break up 1535, guys.
Visual approach, there's no minimums.
Yep, I already gave you landing clearance when I told you to reduce to approach speed.
It's very slow in roll, and it just affects the size of the aircraft.
Confirm that's 36 right.
Oop, there's a little bit of wind changing as well. A little bit left of centre line.
1025, descend and maintain 3000.
Small thrust changes to maintain 140 knots. A little bit high, so just keep that descent going down.
November 43 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi in Charleston to 33 for departure.
Get a little bit tad low, just shut off that rate of descent.
November 3 Sierra Bravo, runway 33, taxi by a Gulf.
Good. Again, a little bit low here. I think Pappies would be on at least 3 reds at this stage. There we are, keep it descending now.
Turn right.
Hard about Pappies. Keep it descending.
Levy at or above 2000, clear ILS runway 8 approach.
Keep it going.
Number 214, actually Levy
check. Close.
Let's do turn right heading.
And go for an ultimate butter here. Look at the length of this runway.
Number 314.
Oh, not quite. Right, speed brakes up. Reverses. Choosing rudder to maintain centre line. Get back on there, a little bit off the centre line there. 100 knots. That's just, I'm going to go disengage the brakes. We've got so much runway. Reverses are stopping us quickly. 80 knots. And 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kennedy Space Center. Amazing. What a
Delta
flight.
1025, turn left heading 0900.
Slow the reverses.
They're heading 0900, that's actually.
There we are.
American 1622, turn
Do a 180 on the runway.
right
I've only got brakes or
30.
full brakes or no brakes, guys, which is why it's so jerky. I'll do a 180 here. And here we are. Amazing. We're now doing
Alpaca
4
5 Kilo Charlie, back taxi, runway 33 to the terminal.
backtrack runway 33 to terminal 5 back 5 Kilo Charlie. Just a massive thanks for the go around and for the AC stay. See you soon.
No problem, anytime.
That was really cool. That controller's brilliant.
Delta
Awesome.
1025,
Wow, I can't
continue
believe
left
it.
turn
Well,
heading
where do we even start?
030.
I hope you enjoyed that flight firstly. Really enjoyable. I now have to do 4 giveaways sponsored by, let me get this right, I'm coming in thick and fast here. Andy M71, Martin
Delta 1025, 8 miles,
Massoncini,
runway 36 right approach.
who else have we got here? Let me just get back on stand, guys. Just get back on stand because a lot of capacity required to even taxi this aircraft. And I tried to make notes whilst I was flying an aircraft unfamiliar. With everyone coming in with their sponsored giveaways here. Whilst flying this aircraft, whilst going around flying the missed approach, things not happening as I'd expected to. But yeah. Right, we're backtracking a runway. Up to 50 knots is fine. That's what we use at my operator. So we're going up to around 48. Just using rudder and nose wheel steering here to maintain centre line.
18, runway 33, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 3330.
Oh, I thought I'd stowed the speed brake. Now it is stowed. How much fuel do you have? 6 tons? About an hour's endurance. We could have done another go around, but that would have been a bit interesting after that.
Runway 35, left approach.
And there is the building. It's awesome scenery here by Orbex. We're going to have a look around it as well. 4 giveaways. Whoa. Right. Well, because I wasn't planning any of this, guys, I need to think of a little way of formulating this, and also I need to formulate how we're going to do this, because when I have a giveaway, I have it all ready before the stream about how to contact me, the way that they're sourced as well. It depends how I do organise the giveaway. Now, in hindsight, I wish you guys had let me know sooner that you were going to do this, but it doesn't matter, we'll do it. Because I'll try and get in contact with iniBuilds, and hopefully they'll have a way where I'll cover the cost of the 4 aircraft, and then that way they'll send me a code for you to use to redeem it. Different companies have different ways of doing the codes as well. If it requires a monetary transfer, we'll have to organise a way of you contacting me so I can transfer you the cost of the cost. But we'll sort something out. We'll make sure it gets all sorted out there. But thanks a lot, guys, for that. That's very kind of you to all sponsor those giveaways. But yeah, I wish you'd let me know. You're gonna do that, I believe. But we'll get it sorted, guys. We'll get it sorted. Right, so there's only one taxi line here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line up to go in front of this hangar. I'm not going to really follow the taxi line here. So we're clipping wings and stuff like that. Let's get that AP up and running. Do you have to have PayPal AFI223? I don't know yet. This is why it's all come as a bit of a surprise, because I hope iniBuilds is before I cover the cost myself, and so I don't say if you have PayPal or not if you can enter, because I really don't know. But do try and enter. We'll work it out some way. I'll spend the time to work it out. We'll do it for sure. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Taxi to the vehicle assembly building. A little bit too far.
What would you like to?
Right, APU's available, so that means we can shut the engines down. We'll retract the landing lights. Strobe lights can come off as well. Go right in front of this building. Turn off, and taxi light can come off as well.
Number 1 Bravo Golf. Yep, descent to pattern altitude is at your discretion. The wind 3 is 36017, gusting 25. and the altimeter is 3001.
How do we get to give it? I'll tell you guys. Don't worry about it. I have to set it all up in the various. I might actually have a quick break, guys, just to set it all up. I haven't got anything set up for it. So you should just take a look at setting up in the background. Right, parking brake is set. What have I forgotten on the taxi inflow? Weather radar.
Yeah, so that's right there off your right wing. That's the beginning of runway 13. Just
off. I'm coming off. I can find it. There we are. Weather radar is off. AP's don't need to put on the bus as well. Let's put that to 100. That's to 1100. That's fine. AP is available, so I believe that's it. Engine shut down over to the AP bus. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kennedy Space Centre. We've got 747s on grass here as well. I'll be logging off in a second. Oh dear. What a flight. My 2 tons of love, 2 blues, 1 red. Oops, wrong plane. Brilliant. Right. Well. Yeah, anyway, just before you have a look at this scenery, sorry. There is the VAB. And this is all the Orbex scenery. You've got rockets here. The launch pads. So cool over here. Who would have thought we'd have a stream coming into here? Sweet. Now, what I'm going to do is start the unloading process as well, because you're going to want to see the Columbus laboratory unloaded. So, ground ops, ground services, loader, crest loader. There it is. Now, how do I unload? Oh! Now, what was it last time? I think it was the anti-collision light, wasn't it? I remember this last time when we were landing in Harden. There was something I needed to do. Oh, the aircraft's completely powered down here. I think we'll just get the GPU connected. Oh, I think we just have to wait for it to connect. Yeah, look, it's already opening up. Oh my goodness me. Well, look, there's aircraft everywhere here, so I'm just going to disconnect off the network, guys, because we won't be using it any other way. So that's done. I don't know why the aircraft. Let's just get the GPU. No, actually, I won't connect GPU because we're going to do a replay later. Awesome, guys. So yeah, where do I start? We won't talk about the stream just yet. I just want to say a massive thank you. Let me just write this down. Firstly, it was Andy M71 who said he'd like to sponsor a giveaway, and then Martin Marcincini, and then Peter Walsh, and then Many Miles One, who also donated £50. And then thank you very much, Bismarck 9644 also donated. For the tax fund as well. But yeah, I think I've got 4, wasn't it? Martin, Andy, Peter, and Many Miles. Oh, James G31 also donated £7.22. Figured I would help cover the tax and fees for you. Loving this stream. That's very kind, guys. Yes. Now, if you ever want to do that again, you know, by all means, fantastic, please do. Let me know first. Let me know first, though. That would be so great. I've got no problem with doing it now. It's more the fact that I haven't got anything set up in the background, so it's going to be a bit more challenging. And secondly, usually when I do giveaways, it can be as simple as a money transfer, but not everyone has PayPal or anything like that. So usually I organise, in the case of iniBuilds, which have already given me a giveaway before, they gave me a code to use. So if you are a winner today, do bear with me, because I will contact iniBuilds first to say, look, I've got 4 giveaways I'd like to do. I'll transfer you the funds for that. Well, and that's, you know, no part of me here. From Jay's Bismarck, Many Miles, and from Many Miles, Peter, Martin, and Andy. But yeah, it just takes some organising and stuff. So yeah, the giveaway's coming, guys. So I need to set it up in the background, and we're going to keep going from there. Oh, Noah, please. I mean, listen, Noah, what I'm saying, man. Listen. Don't do it by a super chat. Guys, I haven't got time. I've got to go as well. Like, right, I don't know what to say. Well, look, this will be the last time I do it, but in the future, you know, please contact me before. I know, I'm going to be another 10 minutes. I'm going to be another... I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, so thank you, Noah. I mean, I'm sort of inclined to do it really. So no, thank you. But don't use super chat. Listen, like if you do it by super chat, 30% of that is going into Google's pocket. It's not worth it. But do it via Streamlabs. If you want to do it via Streamlabs, absolutely, because the fee is minimal there. Look, we'll do that 5. But I'm telling you, if anyone else donates, that's it. I'm only going to be doing 5 giveaways, so that's it. Total there. You know, please, I love the generosity, I really do, but it has to be kind of done in an organised way, so I'll add that anyway. Noah, and please listen to me though, this is very difficult. Oh dear. Right, actually 5 is quite befitting, I suppose. There we are. There we go. Perfect. The only stream was where viewers need to be stopped for giving. I know. Well, yeah, I'm still setting it up in the background, and I'm having to make notes of everyone that has done this as well. Right. So let's organise the giveaway here. This is going to be very difficult to organise after as well. My goodness me. The problem is, guys, every time I do a giveaway, I have 2 or 3 people who pretend they've won it, and now it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be impossible to. I hope everyone that wins the giveaway gets the right people and stuff. I'll try my best. Right. So let's. I'm just going to do a very simple giveaway, guys. It's going to be just simply say a word each time. We'll go from there. Right, I need to get it open. There we go. Right, so keyword. Let's do keyword. So, guys, yeah, only enter the giveaway if you have X-Plane 11, because it'd be very pointless otherwise, because it will be for a copy of the iniBuilds A300. Right, I've got everything ready here in the background. I need a piece of paper, a new piece of paper. Sorry, I wasn't planning this, so I need to have something to write this down on. And this piece of paper is completely full. Right, there we go. So, yeah, 5 copies of the giveaway, 5 copies of the iniBuilds A300, sponsored by Noah, Many Miles,
50, 40, 30, 20,
Tax Fund, thanks guys. So, this giveaway is sponsored by, thank you, John Coughlin Games.
Tax Fund.
Thank you very much for the £10, very kind. And it's going to be the giveaways from Noah, Many Miles 1, Peter Walsh, Martin, and Andy M71. It'll be for 5 copies of the iniBuilds A300, and let's do the first one here. So, yeah, let's do that as the first keyword here, and I'll try to keep them all befitting. Right, first keyword then. Okay. Please answer in chat the following question, and only answer this if you have a copy of X-Plane 11, otherwise it'll be pointless. What is the abbreviation? I saw someone already suggested it already. What is the abbreviation for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration? Where we are. What's the abbreviation for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration? It's for a copy of the Beluga, ladies and gentlemen. This is to win a copy of the Beluga. Crazy. Slow mode is on, yes, you only need to put it once, don't worry. I'll give you all 30 seconds to put it in. Whilst that's going on. We'll unload the part. Very good. NASA is the correct answer. Let's roll the first one, okay? So this is the first of 5. Whoever wins this, okay, please get in contact with me via social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or email. I have problems every single giveaway with people. I don't know how this is going to be a nightmare. I have problems with people pretending they're someone else. So the only way I'm going to liaise with you is that you show me your logout screen for your Google page. So you have to be your Google page with your logo. I'll be taking a picture of them all and just show me you, and then I'll work out. I still haven't worked out how I'm going to sponsor this and do the giveaway. If it's going to be a monetary transfer, or I'll talk to iniBuilds and see if I can organise a voucher, which is the way I'd prefer to do it. So the first winner is Ledos. Ledos, you are the first winner here. Ledos just has a black circle as his profile. He's an unknown subscriber. Nightbot should be saying Ledos has won the giveaway, so well done to you. You're the first winner of the Beluga, a copy of the Beluga for X-Plane 11. Congratulations to you. We've done a bit. There is number 1, Ledos. So please get in contact with me via social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Show me it's your logout screen, and then we'll get the first copy sent away to you. Right, copy number 2. Let's refresh this. I'm taking a picture of everyone as well that wins it, so I know who's who. Right, so we're going to add another keyword. Oh my god, the chat is going crazy. The Beluga whale will be delivered in a very large garden pool within 5 business days. Unbelievable. I'm running out of words. Okay. What could we do here? I'll give you a little bit of a clue for the next one. Okay, right, here's the next giveaway word coming in. So, Alpaca Airways is invested in the Beluga. What's the name of their new company? Alpaca what? Alpaca what? A little bit of a hand. Very good. Mario's giving me some guidance for giveaways. Apparently I can redo the same word each time, but will you Skylink for the first one? I'll just give it a few more seconds just in case anyone has a slightly different latency. Right, let's roll it then for giveaway number 2. The winner is Gabriel 258744136 Gab. Well done. You are the winner of the second giveaway. I have a copy of the Beluga for X-Plane 11 by iniBuilds. I'm taking the picture for the second one there as well. Well done to you, sir. Rigged. It's random. It's completely random. Very good. Is Gabriel here? Well, I had to refresh it because I don't know if the other guy is here still. I'm just going to basically keep rolling the giveaways. Well done. Right, let's refresh the giveaway again. My goodness, guys. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Gabriel says, it's me! Well done, Gabriel. At least you're here as well. So Ledos and Gabriel, yeah, as I said, both of you get in contact with me via social media. I'll then discuss how we'll get this organised and stuff. 2 down, 3 to go. Eyes down. Right, let's do the next keyword then, okay? Can you do first comment? No, because it's not fair when people have slightly slower internet connections, so I'll just think of the next keyword here. Soon I'll be doing a live stream. Oh, I've just accidentally rolled it again. I've literally just rolled it. Well, look, I'll do the third one there. I accidentally pressed roll it without choosing a keyword, but it is random. Ollie Blocks Gamer has won the giveaway. He's in chat. Didn't mean for me to do that. That's fine. That was just a randomly generated one. And he says, what, me? Oh my god, yeah, Ollie Blocks Gamer, that was just completely random. I just pressed choose one in chat. The reason I don't do that usually is because you might not have it, but I know you do have X-Plane 11. Yeah, no problem, Ollie Blocks Gamer. You are winner number 3 of the giveaway. That was completely accidentally done. Still 2 chances of winning, guys. Still 2 chances of winning. That's Ledos, Gabriel, 258744136 Gab, and Ollie Blocks Gamer have all won a copy of the iniBuilds here. Let's do the penultimate one here. Right, I'll actually try and do it properly. Right, as I was saying, a popular game on Steam, and what I like to play is Kerbal Space Program. What can KSP... Oh, whatever. Just put KSP in chat, ladies and gentlemen.
50, 40,
no!
30, 20,
oh, Aristocrat. Oh,
10.
I think you actually being nice there. Oh, Aristocrat.
Hope this covers the super chat.
Oh, Aristocrat. I think that's one there that doesn't want a copy of the iniBuilds A300 to give away. Aristocrat, I think that's just a very generous gesture from you. That more than covers the super chat donations. Yeah, you will take 30%, and we have to pay tax on that, but that's very, very kind of you. All of you today have been so generous. For me, it's not so much an issue. It's just more the organising of it. It's going to be a bit of a pain. But Aristocrat, really appreciate the gesture. Very kind. Thank you so much for your continued support as watching the streams there. Thank you. Wow. Right. So giveaway number 4 coming in then for Kerbal Space Program. Here comes the word. I accidentally said KSP, so I'm just going to roll it now. So the 4th giveaway winner is Lars Trone. Lars Trone. Congratulations to you. Lars Trone, you have won the 4th copy of the iniBuilds Airbus A300. He says, I'm here! Fantastic, Lars Trone. Same applies. Get in contact with me afterwards, and we'll organise getting this copy of the iniBuilds Airbus A300 Beluga to you as well. Incredible. Unbelievable. Right, should we do the last one? Just making sure I've got pictures of all the people that have won the giveaway. There we go. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't believe it. FS Flight Productions, hi. I am actually here from iniBuilds. What would be the best way to get in contact with yourself? Thanks once again, the great stream. FS Flight Productions, I'm in contact with MJ in Discord, so it's no problem for me to get in contact with them at all. I'm in, I've discussed lots of stuff with them. We'll get it sorted for sure. Ollie Blocks Gamer, yeah, I'll explain everything to do with all the winners, what we're going to do, because I need to get in contact with iniBuilds first to organise that as well. Right, shall we do the last giveaway then? And remember, this is not from me, guys, this is from the generosity from the people in chat, and then even people then covering the costs from YouTube and Google, and tax. I don't know what to say, I've got no words for this one. It's never done this before, you lot. That's unbelievable. I don't know what to say. Right, let's do the 4th giveaway. What shall we have here? What shall we have here? Oh yes, let's do a nice one. Okay. I was going to say Jack, but let's not do Jack. Let's do this for Jamlin. Okay, Jamlin has a dog. He's the person who makes all our liveries here as well. And I'll give you plenty of time to put this in chat here, so only the members will know this. What's the name of the dog here on the engine nacelle? So I'll give you plenty of time. I'll give you a minute and a half or so. Put the word in chat with the name of this dog. It's also the name of a lovely breakfast meal. Very good. There he is, spinning around in the engine nacelle. I'm flabbergasted by today, guys. Really unbelievable over all of you. Amazing. I don't know what to say. Andy M71, you started all this. That is unbelievable. Yes, the name of the dog is Waffle on the engine nacelle. That is Jamlin, one of my members who makes all these incredible liveries for Alpaca Airways. He must have spent hours and hours and hours. Amazing. It's not croissant. It's not waffle. Very good. I'll give it another 15-20 seconds or so, just to give those with perhaps a slightly slower internet connection a chance to get in here. Very good. So the winner of the 5th and final copy of the iniBuilds A300 Beluga is Paul Crisali. Paul Crisali, congratulations to you. You are the winner of the 5th giveaway. I'll take a picture of your YouTube page so I know who it is. Congratulations. That means the following people have won a copy of the A300 Beluga for X-Plane 11. Well, they are the following people, okay. Starting with the first giveaway winner is Ledos, Ledos. Second one was Gabriel 2587413 Gab. Then it was Ollie Blocks Gamer. Then Lars Trone, and lastly Paul Crisali. You've all won a copy of this aircraft for X-Plane 11, and remember, please remember this as well, even if when you're playing this back here, this is from the generosity of other viewers. I mean, I do giveaways frequently every 2 weeks or so, but this giveaway today has been sponsored by subscribers and members of the channel. I have no what to say, I've got no words to cover that there. And then people were coming in to donate to cover the cost in tax and Google. I mean, I'm shell shocked, really I am. So thank you all for your generosity. I don't know what to say, and for using my platform to do the giveaways there. So I will say a massive thank you to all those there. So Andy M71, who donated for the giveaway, Martin Marzancini as well, Peter Walsh, and Many Miles 1, and then lastly Noah Cariccio. So it's thanks to those guys who sponsored the giveaway here. I mean, they donated in essence the entire cost there, and then Arista Pratt, that was a very, very generous gesture, as was John Coffin Games and James G31 to cover the cost my end as well. So that's very, very kind, all of you. I have no idea how to repay you in any sort of debt. It's all been sponsored for at no cost of my own, so I don't know what to say. Now, if you would like to do that again, don't ever feel like you want to as well. I do request that you do it via Streamlabs, just because if you do, the super chat payments, 30% Google take for that. So if you go via Streamlabs, if you want to sponsor a giveaway, there's a very minimal fee, very small via PayPal, and then obviously any declared earnings like that I have to declare as tax, but that's not a problem, but super chat is both 30% and tax, so it's a lot there. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to go on about it, but if you ever want to be generous like that, I prefer if you let me know first so I can actually organise it, because I always organise them with the developer first, but we'll get round to it. We'll make sure that every single one of those winners gets a copy. So where's my phone here so I can read back the winners as well, so listen carefully to everyone that won a copy. That was Paul Crisali, Lars Trone, Ollie Blocks Gamer, Gabriel 2587413 Gab, and Ledos. Get in contact with me via social media, be it Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, email. All I will ask you to do, and I do this for all my giveaways, is that you show me a screenshot of your Google logout screen or YouTube for the sign out. I need to see the sign out button for your account with your profile picture. I've had it before where there's not been always legitimate people claiming for them as well. In the case of Ollie Blocks Gamer, you're a member, so yeah, just drop me a message in Discord, that's fine, we'll get it sorted. I'll contact iniBuilds now as well. Yeah, Ollie Blocks Gamer, perfect. I'll contact iniBuilds now and see if they can organise some sort of code for that to be generated, and I'll transfer the funds to them directly. Amazing, guys. I don't even want to say that. It's just unbelievable generosity. Came as such a surprise. I had no idea that was coming. I'm sorry I've been mincing my words, and especially when I was flying the go around. But anyway, back to the stream. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I love this aircraft so much, and I was really pleased with how I flew it. I spent a lot of time preparing for this stream yesterday and this morning. I obviously didn't plan the go around. You guys wanted a low pass and go around, so I'll try and learn myself how to reprogram the FMS of the A300, because I'm a little bit unsure with that one. But yeah, it's a great show. It was a great show today. I'm really happy with how it all went out. And guys, if you really enjoy the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest content. And with the end of that song there, we'll cue the funky replay music and call it a day. Right, there we go. It works, perfect. Right, so how long have we sat on the ground there? About half an hour? I've landed and the stream went on for another 30 minutes. Right, let's have a look. Oh, should we do the low pass and go around first? Yes, I think we shall. So I want to see what that looks like. Ah, there it is. There's the low pass and go around. Do it from the threshold first. Crank up that sound as well. So this is going to be the low pass and go around, sort of, if you are still on a little bit of a... Oh no, I have to do it from the threshold here, don't we? I'll put it from there. Play the funky music here. Turn that down too. There we are. So this was right over the threshold at 500 feet. That's an awesome view, isn't it? That's our first ever low pass and go around on a stream, I think. I'll try and do the bit where we actually executed toga and went around as well. Haven't gone around yet. There we go, look. There goes the gear. That's the view from tower. I've got to do a fly past the tower view, haven't we? Amazing. Last train just got your message on Instagram, thank you. I don't think it's the best view, unfortunately, because of the... Nah, sorry about that. It's a little bit off there, but... Sweet. Hard to believe that thing flies, I know. Crazy. Right, let's now go to the landing. Well, I'm quite surprised they explained like that. Usually doesn't like being messed around. Yeah, it was a bit of a... The landing was okay, a bit of a float. The controller was amazing. I need to drop him a message. Yeah, the controller's name was Ayla. Great ATC. Great for him to allow me to do the low pass and carry. Yeah, it's just a little bit high, like I ballooned a bit there. Yeah, that's why I had a bit of firm on it. Just should have used a bit of left rudder there to decrab. You can decrab after landing though, that's an approved cross and landing technique for the 7.3, probably not the Beluga. Let's do it from here. I need to go, guys, my food arrived about half an hour ago, it's going to be cold. Oh, a bit of a balloon and a float. Down. Awesome stuff then. Right, well, I'll pop you back in the engine here, in the wing view. I might go to the other one so you can see the VAB and part of NASA buildings and stuff, but that's pretty cool. Where do I even start, guys? The generosity shown by those 5 generous donors. That's Noah, Many Miles One, Peter Walsh, Martin and Andy M71, who very kindly sponsored the giveaway for today's stream. I don't even want to say, so thank you so much, guys. For doing that for the guys here, my viewers, you know, I don't even know what to say. So yeah, we'll get that all sorted for you. If you did win, thanks for getting in contact with me via social media. Do bear with me because I need to liaise with iniBuilds to see how it's going to be the best way of working out how to get you the giveaways and stuff. If that doesn't work, I'm sure iniBuilds are very approachable. I'm sure we'll get it to work, but if not, we'll get that monetary value transferred over so you can get the aircraft yourselves. Guys, to all the moderators, thank you very much for helping me run the stream as usual. To everyone that became a member, welcome to the channel. I'll catch up with you all later on Discord. And to everyone that donated, not just for the giveaway, but also for my super chat. And as usual, thank you so much for your generosity. Stay safe, and I'll see you all on another live stream very soon. Good night from me.